Wow, that is a good camera angle. Oi, oi. Hey. Do people exist? Do I exist? What is existence? You know what, actually? I'll just leave the camera at that angle because that tells you all you need to know. Oh, it's been a warm and tender minute since I last streamed. Can you tell? Oi. So pardon me while I get stuff set up in the back of the ground. Oi. Oh, yay, Alex is here, and the children are happy, the owls are pregnant, and there are 12 different kidneys on the gravestone. Okay, then. I think I just streamed myself entering the Discord chat, so that should be good. And, I shall investigate the video game, and then we can play? I think? Do I sound eligible? But for all the seriousnesses, am I audible? Am I visual? Am I Cape Canaveral? You know, how y'all be? Y'all be tripping? Y'all tripping the light fantastic? Lozzie, good evening. How it be? I don't know how to stream lively. Oh, good. Okay, so Mary was asleep on my bed, and she's just now decided to get up and be all like, "Yeah, I want to go out of the door." Don't need a protector. I am all of the ALS. Hooray. I forget if I need a twisted spoon, I'll grab it just in case. See, I've been playing Shield as well, and in Shield, this guy finally sold me a chipped pod. So that was cool and good. And just gotta, yep, sell you a star piece for an egregious amount of money. And sauce. Right then. So, as opposed to BTS. Sports ball. Oh, yeah, because the sports are a house on today's particular chimney. I don't give a house about sports. Anyway, give me... Wait, what's Star P... What? Am I forgetting the obvious? Also, the weird thing with this is I've had several Lotto ID wins in Shield, but not Sword, apparently. Well, apparently, I've been here in person and I can confirm. Give me a moment to frisbee my phone away, and then let the cat out of the room, and then I will get back into the conversation. Oh, you see, I've never heard it be called that, but then again, that's because I'm a good boy. Get out of here, Mary. See, I first heard of star pieces through Paper Mario, so I'm not, you know, I'm not one of y'all illegal hornies. Okay, did I ever actually... I guess not. Well, that's alright, then that saves us a bit of time. So, what's my team looking like at the moment? Okay, we have Bearimy. Oh, we're in the 70s! I forgot I had Ketivan! Also, in having played Shield and doing it on my own terms, and also actually reading the tutorials, I now know that I can access my boxes from here by pressing the R button. Hooey! It's been a while. Right, who, where, whems? Where did I put Cubfu? Because that's relevant to the discussion. How long have I had this Duraludon? I don't remember catching it. Okay. I have all these conflicting memories of Galar now because of Shield. Anyway, Caesar, no. You'll be soon, but not yet. Where did I put? Why am I dumb? Am I being dumb? I might be dumb. Wait, I feel really stupid now. Wait, why are you questioning Ketavan? Okay, I'm aware that Ketavan is a female name and my Ketavan is a boyo, but shut up. I found out too late. I feel really blind now. I'm missing something obvious. Oh, here it is. It just looks really generic. Okay, Malcolm. Ketavan was one of the members of the Fun Kids, I think. Famous for Funky Lemonade. I don't want to leave Greta behind, but... like, I want to have Ketavan on the team so that I can keep track of visions in my eyes. But also because I want Ketavan to at least level up and become a pre-marina. And I figured might as well assassinate multiple birds using a single pebble. And yeah, I don't know how the towers on the Isle of Armor work, so let's just fuck about and find out. Right. So I at least did some. Oh, Ketavan is Katie Melua's real name as well. Well, how about that? By the way, does everything sound okay? Like, do I sound okay? Is the game of an adequate volume? Because I need to be a happy chimney. Oh? Who goes there?
Yo!
Oh! Forceful, powerful, taking what you want and eating a blender. Also, hi, Jeremy. But yes, how is it popping? Who's popping? Mary Poppins!
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Even though the sound of it is like a piece of toasters.
That too.
Sometimes
Anyway,
you will find a house and it will take your nose is supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Bucket full of rice and I won't tell a lie.
Okay.
Okay. I've been okay. How have you been? I have not heard from you in forever.
It's been a hot minute. Because, like, Eurovision happened, and then during Eurovision, as y'all know, things didn't go too well for me. And I took a while to recover. I got a job. I have employment now. I'm now jobant. I've been promoted from customer
To...
employ.
I was going to say to customer service.
I mean, sort of, but not in the traditional sense, because I work in marketing. My job is a market. Yeah, you see, I turned up at work, and then suddenly I just transform into a market stall. And people are like, hey, can I buy 2 kilograms of apple? And I'm like, yeah, that'll cost you 2.2 euros. And it's fun.
2.2. So 2 euros 20, or just 2 euros and a bit?
It has to, specifically, it has to be a 2 euro coin and then a 20% of a second 2 euro coin.
Right, okay.
Since when does Jeremy know Sucker Punch? It's been so long since I've played with these children.
I know, it's been a while since I've played with Shield children.
Valid.
No. Yeah. So,
Yes.
this is a time.
Welcome to Animorphs, where YouTubers turn into shops.
That too, I guess. I mean, so Eurovision happened, and then it was an awful time for Tess. It was an awful time for the country as a whole because, you saw the Eurovision. You know what happened.
Everyone was sad forever. It initiated a national period of mourning, and during that time, the UK sank to the bottom of the ocean, never to be heard from or heard from again. I'm dead. You might also be dead. The world may never invent biscuits. Like, biscuits may have retroactively been removed from the canon of history. It's kind of sad.
What kind of biscuits, though? Like, what we
Every.
would call biscuits? I was going to say what we would call biscuits, or what Americans would call biscuits.
Oh,
Either way...
Those aren't biscuits, and well, you know it.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said what the Americans call biscuits.
Oh, apparently I have to only have Kubfu in my team.
Oh.
Well, that's sad, and tragic, and sadgic.
I will just say this, though. The 4 countries that got 0 points from the public, they took it like champs. Like,
They did.
bravo. Yeah.
Like, not a single one of them deserved no points, but they all...
I know.
Like, I mean, I really have to shout out James, because he was just an absolute trooper at it, like, so much so that, like, the hosts were like, okay, well, we're going to carry on with the results. No, you're going to stop and pay respects. And to be fair... And now here we are.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, I was even asked by one of my friends, like, if you had to pick one of the 4 countries that got nil points to give points to, which would you choose, and why would it be James Newman? And I'm just like...
I was gonna say, it's kind of a stupid question.
And I'm just sort of like, first of all, the disrespect to Blas, like, for realsies though, Voya Kadame hit me in the feels.
It was a good performance. Like, it legitimately... Like, I guess I haven't really had that much of a chance to talk about my feelings on the songs, have I? Because I wasn't in the post-show review. I wasn't in my own post-show review.
Because you were that sad.
Also because I was dying.
Also, I sent you, like, pictures of, like, when Ukraine got their points and they were at the top of the scoreboard, and I was just sort of like, you'd be happy with this, right? My winner is second, your winner is first, everything is hunky-dory in the universe.
We could have been so happy. Now, I don't know what level the game expects me to be, by the way, but I used all of my EXP candies in S.H.I.E.L.D., so I'd be remiss not to do the same here.
Fair.
Ooh.
Just don't eat soap. I do get where Graham Norton was coming from with Germany's song, though, because it does sound like one of those songs like, don't play with matches, don't eat soap, just don't eat soap, don't play with fire.
You should do that. That would canoodle the houses.
I should play with fire. Okay.
No, I mean do a song that teaches you valuable life lessons.
Just don't eat soap. Don't play with fire. I've run out. Can't think of anything for the really fast bit.
Don't go sip it from the bottles that you find under the kitchen sink.
No, don't do that. Don't go sipping from the bottles that you find under the kitchen sink. No, don't do that. Just don't eat soap.
Just don't eat soap. And don't mind me just getting rid of all of the new labels in my inventory as well, because I've been anal about this in S.H.I.E.L.D., I'll be anal about it in Sword. There will just be anal everywhere. And Alex isn't even on the call.
I know. He can join if he wants, though.
I bet he won't.
Just fine.
Elaine Page.
Who?
Oh my god, Beef, you don't know Elaine Page. Now, maybe I'm underleveled, maybe I'm not. The house will never discover. Oh, well, we've killed Compa.
Me? Okay.
Oh, 70?
Rip. Rip in Pepe.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
back to the candy then. Hey, child, I know we've just met, but open wide. Allow me to pump you full of sugar. Note to self, never use pump and child in the same sentence.
Oh, okay. Right. So, I feel like I should also share thoughts because I didn't get a chance to share them with Tess. Ah.
Meanwhile, just Malcolm just exploding into the future. But yes, go ahead. Think your thoughts. Think loudly.
Yes. First of all, I feel like the fandom were hyping up Fentix way too much.
It was cute.
It's cute. It was cute, but like, see, that's the sort of thing, like, if it's happening in real life, then I support them shipping it like a Fentix. But then you get people shipping Bronze Tears and Blast Canto, and I'm just sort of like, why? Just because of one photo.
Are either of them even gay?
Well, they seem to insist that Blast is, although all other sources I've read that he is bisexual. We stan.
We stan.
We stan a bi king.
We do.
I also remember reading that John Tears has a girlfriend. So
Is it the goat?
What goat?
I
didn't know there was a goat.
He has a goat. And the game won't let me progress by cheating. I can only train the legitimate way. And yes, I will show the Tower of Darkness in my Shield videos. In fact, I've actually recorded me fighting the champion in Shield. I just never actually got around to editing it yet. So that will be a thing that happens.
Cute. Cool.
I was a bit over leveled though.
So was I.
Yeah. Like, my sword streams were a better... That was the right answer, apparently? But yeah, Sword was probably a better time in terms of watching me fight the champion in an entertaining way. Confusion! Oh no! You can't do that, Malcolm is a baby! Don't confuse the 70-year-old baby!
What's this about a 7-year-old baby?
Oh wait, no, Biden is the president now.
Biden's the president now.
That moment when you really don't like US politics. I don't like Trump. I don't like Biden. I'm jesting, by the way. I don't have any strong opinions about, like... I don't know enough about Biden to have opinions about him. But I mean, does anything even need to be said about the Trumpy lump? He's a lump that goes poo. What? And this is why I shouldn't legally be allowed to stream. Oh, Krabby, it's Krabby. The Krabby is patable. You can pat the Krabby. Malcolm sniffed me and it was a good time. Also, the music is good and I can't tell if it's repeating on the microphone or not. Oh! Fuzzy, are you alive?
I am alive. My husband has just come home. I am just sort of trying to keep what me and him are talking about to ourselves and not discuss food on stream. Okay.
Yeah, you know, because food is forbidden. You're not allowed to eat ever. Anyway, this is going well because I filled a child full of sweets and then taught it how to throw a mean punch. And that is this entire tower in a nutshell. Why is this tower so philosophical? Also, how far behind actually is the stream? Never mind. Like, I've got my Twitch dashboard open in the background behind OBS. So I'm looking and thinking, like, wow, how far behind actually is my leg? And it turns out not as many as previously considered.
I mean, I don't know how far you can bend your leg backwards, but
Very, but I don't connect. Also, my chair is loud, so do forgive if it can be heard.
that's... So, my other thoughts on the Eurovision. I know it's like old news at this point, but
Old news.
happy with the winner.
Same. Rock and roll never dies.
Now, Tess, when did you tell me that you... Why didn't you tell me you were representing Portugal?
Doe.
Had to be done. My family made that joke while we were watching the final. Like,
Your
oh my
family
gosh,
is-
it's Connor!
Your family is so clever and original, and chicken legend available now at KF Donald's King.
You know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
Then I also said... I also thought that the drummer from Måneskin kind of looks a bit like you, like if you had shaved your face.
Turns out everyone looks like me. It's the law, you have to.
Kalila.
Yeah,
But yes,
I do maintain at least, though, that, like, I don't fully get why Måneskin was so suddenly hyped up, like, compared to, like, before the contest. Like, they sort of did a Fuego, but more so. And, like, it is a good song, don't get me wrong. It just, like, it kind of threw me that, like, oh, so everyone else has been, like, they're serving their time at the top of the scoreboard, and then, oh, I mean, like, the betting odds-wise, and then Måneskin's like, yeah, I'm just gonna step up here in the last possible minute and be like, hi. And, like, good for them winning, though. It's, like, as I said in the pre-show review, I think, like, it's great that we've had a, well, first of all, an entirely non-English top three, that we've had a rock winner, that we've had a non-English winner, and, like, you know, that's not exactly a new thing. We've had non-English winners quite a bit lately, but to prove that's still a thing, it doesn't have to be a ballad, it's not Schlager, Christ knows it's not Schlager. You know, it shows that Eurovision isn't what the UK thinks it is. So, like, that's
yeah,
good.
I know, and it...
I just would have flipped
Yeah,
the top
it
three
just
the other way
really
around, personally.
No. I didn't get the hype behind Switzerland. I didn't quite get the staging. I didn't understand what the staging had to really sort of do with anything.
Yeah, I would have handled the staging differently, personally, but they didn't hire me, so what do I know?
And it really, like, annoys me when the UK, like, people in, like, on, like, Facebook and that are just sort of like, oh, we should just send Steps, their songs and music and stuff is just made for Eurovision. And I'm just sort of like,
No.
in reality, all music is made for Eurovision if you think about it.
Like, the thing with Steps is that, oh, but they still do sell-out tours on cruise ships to 80-year-olds! They are not relevant. They do not provide the music that actually fits the zeitgeist. They would be seen as a joke. But at this point, I'm past caring, because the UK clearly doesn't want to learn. So, fuck it, you know. Send the Frog Destroyers if you want. Send Steps featuring the Frog Destroyers. I don't care anymore. You clearly don't want my help. I will just throw my support behind a country that does give a shit, like San Marino. Congrats, UK. You're shitter than San Marino. Anyway, what voice did I give Mustard?
Can't remember now.
Something like...
Oh, Eva, come, there you are. I figured you'd choose the Tower of
There we go.
Waters, so I decided to wait for you here. Tess, come through.
Excuse me, his name is Malcolm now.
You've both done well to get this far.
The bear.
Your final opponent is little old me. It's been a while since I last battled like this, but I think you can take it. Handle it. Words. A stream too clear is avoided by a fish Pokémon. We all need some darkness in ourselves. Let me be the one to teach you the final lesson on the essence of water. I will pee on your Pokémon.
He's changed form. He's entered his pea stance.
That's the stance you take when taking a pee.
Yes.
Okay.
Welcome to How to Pee with TessHex.
Yes, that too. Inspirational pee.
Ah. Oh, that reminds me of the on Discord. Like, I want to say it was yesterday. Like, how was like that? Just why did that conversation happen? Don't talk to me about fists, Mr. Piss Poopy Pants.
We thinking of the same conversation?
Where Alex implied he was
On with
talking about
Alex.
the poo-poo, but he may actually have been talking about something else.
Mental image in my head will do just fine.
As opposed to the mental image in your legs.
Oh, you leave that mental image alone.
Oh.
It is precious and sacred.
Oh no! Oh no!
Let's just say I have a new, like, Eurovision man crush. You know how my Eurovision man crush was like Mons for like ages?
Vaguely. Yay, my child beat the shit out of another child whilst being pissed on by an old man. Demonetization. Shadow the Hedgehog pissed on my wife.
But yes, I was gonna say, I've evolved in my Eurovision man crushes to Spain.
What a team! Impressive! Most impressive!
Bear.
Hey,
What?
but yes, I have now evolved my man crush from Mons to Blas, and
You've gained taste.
yeah,
You have taste in men.
implying that my husband isn't a.
Oh, I'd forgotten about
was I
the
gonna
real world. I'm just talking about hypothetical crushes.
I knew you were worthy of my trust, Tess. You've done well, very well indeed, in raising Kubfu to this level of strength. I'm sure you did not use even a single drug in doing so. Leon was once my best student a long time ago. He too attempted this trial, but he never made it to either tower. He got lost along the way. Foo ha ha ha. Now it is finally time for Kubfu to evolve. Go show Kubfu the scroll of waters. Kubfu is ready now.
My cubby is ready. Show me my cubby, daddy.
Okay. Oh, yay! I am not alone.
Sauce.
Looks like people want Bill Bailey for the UK.
He's a good dancer.
I don't know who that is.
He won Strictly. Like, I know he was inclined to, like, start writing a song for Eurovision, and, like, maybe he'd be okay as a writer, but, like, again, if you sent him as a serious contestant, he would not be taken seriously. And, like, the only reason why he won Strictly was because he had all of those weeks to prove that he wasn't just there as a joke. At Eurovision, especially for the Big Five, you get one chance. And you will not be taken seriously if you have one chance to prove that you're serious. So, Bill, you're a great guy, just don't do it.
Maybe do, but like as a writer. Maybe.
Yeah, as long as it's not a joke song. Like, don't write a song that takes the piss out of pee-pee.
Sacred pee-pee.
Oh!
Anywho. Like, I think I remember reading somewhere that Spain was changing like their head of delegation for Eurovision as a means to start taking it seriously. Like,
So
So,
I heard
were they
something to
not
that
taking
effect.
it seriously before?
Clearly they won't take it seriously enough.
You've certainly grown, haven't you? And to think, not too long ago you would have run in it the moment you got scared and or pissed on. Indeed, no matter how old I get, witnessing someone grow always brings joy to my pee. Tess Urshifu, thank you.
His name is Malcolm.
Thank you both from the bottom of my heart. Oh, almost forgot. I give this to anyone who has faced me when I was taking the battle seriously.
Oh, mustard.
Now then, let's head back to the dojo.
Though
Such talent and strength. Perhaps the time has come.
he was a ghost all along. The thing with Urshifu that I'm noticing, though, is like the claws being like yellow on the ends. It just reminds me of Shari from Animal Crossing and the theory that she's one of those monkeys that pees on everything, and as a result, piss hands. Sadness.
Yeah, the Chugga Conroy playthrough of New Leaf kind of ruined Shari for me as a villager.
Yeah.
Oh, no questions. Okay.
No, fully understandable.
Fair enough. And then I watched Jacksepticeye's playthrough of New Horizons, and that made Shari even worse.
Oh dear, what happened to her poo house on toast Christmases?
Considering he named his island Hell, he's got this headcanon that Shari is like the head demon.
Yeah, that tracks.
Still,
I keep glancing at a Compass comment from the chat, and the first thing that comes to mind is, oh god, Hop is here. Oh, hey, welcome back, Tess. Looks like you've been hard at work keeping up your training here at the dojo, eh?
hey!
Oh,
enough
Hop.
Hop.
You're here too, loser Hop.
Where's the surprise, mate? The welcome. Acting like I'm something the Meowth dragged in. I'm here on the Isle of Armor to research more about the Dynamax phenomenon. It was super swaggy.
So I hear the two of you are friends. How delightful. Oppykins here was just asking my permission to camp out on the Isle of Armor. Where's the fun in mucking about in the mud? I was telling him he should stay here at the dojo.
I mean, it'd be loads easier than camping out for a long while, but would that be in the way?
Everyone's welcome to wear out their welcome at the Master Dojo, even if they are a total fucking loser. Don't be shy, my boy. Besides, we're practically family already. You're the little brother of her Leon, after all.
Yeah, it's true. Lee did train here when we were both kids.
How do voices exist?
Alright then, Master Mustard. You've twisted my heart. Hope you don't regret it, because I'm staying.
Oh, the more the merrier. I'm pleased as punch in a gold-plated punch bowl full of piss. Which reminds me, Tess. I got something I've been to tell you about Cubfu, or really its evolution, Urshifu. The truth is, the lovable rascal is capable of Gigantamaxing too. But it's a bit tricky, because it really can't stand the taste of Max mushrooms. So Max soup is off the menu unless you can make it more appealing to it. There's a certain summit you can find here on the Isle of Armador that'll make even Urshifu gobble up a bowl of Max soup. Now that certain something is D's nuts. That certain something is a hot steaming glass of my piss. It's actually
True love. We'll never know.
actually I've forgotten what it is. Oopsie doopsie, I made a fucky wookie.
How is mustard both white and a clear Asian stereotype? To get to the other side. So, we need to get Cubfu to engage in oral sex with another Pokemon, and that will cause it to Dynamax.
Best, why do you do this?
So... Hop is implying that we need to have Urshifu maul a Gossifleur to death.
No. Wait, I don't know what a gossy fleur looks like.
Is that-
I'll look at it.
It's that little floaty one that's got a bit of triangle and a bit of flower, and it's like, ooh wee woo! And then it evolves into a dandelion puff for some reason. Whilst going ooh wee woo the whole time. The whole time!
Feel like I'm thinking of a different thing.
You might be. Are you thinking of Comfy?
I'm thinking.
Or
Oh, I'm thinking
Flabébé?
of Bellossom.
Oh, Bellossom. Ah! I tripped over a child again! Anyway, so, as I was saying before... Oh. Go on.
I was going to say, speaking of, how is your Sun playthrough going?
I haven't touched it in a while.
It's okay, I've not touched my playthrough of X in a while either. I just have a Fennekin named Blast, and that is pretty much it.
Yay, critical capture.
Because of course I named a fire type after the hottest guy at Eurovision 2021. Duh.
Doe. Well, we brought it back around to relevance because, like I said earlier, like, I keep seeing Compa's message about, oh, my mum liked the Spanish guy. I keep seeing that, and I keep thinking of bad lip reading. What the fuck was it called? I heard it on Spotify literally the other day. Dirty Spaceman. I keep thinking of the Will.I.Am part, and them Spanish guys raided my domicile. All they wanted was to try to choke my dog, but I'm feeling fine. I'm on bottle 99. I hate Gumby more than you. Wait, no, that actually was the Nicki Minaj bit. Never mind. Well, I'm going to name this Fermentos after Will.I.Am anyway, which will accidentally manifest his participation in Eurovision next year.
Yeah, but how?
It has been done. It's on the internet now.
No, but like, how would he be involved in Eurovision in 2022? Like, would he be our singer? Would songwriter?
I think.
Would
I hope
he-
for everyone's sake that he's just the songwriter. No offense.
I mean, he could always announce our points. He can't do a worse job than What's-Her-Face. Seriously?
Cliff
We do not
Stanjamin
acknowledge
McPa-
her.
Who was her? Fev? Who was it? Amanda Holden?
Amanda Holden.
Amanda Hug and Kiss?
One. You know, the person that said good evening in French and Dutch, but couldn't tell which was which.
Did that happen?
Yes.
I wasn't exactly with it during the voting, to be perfectly honest. So I don't remember much.
Yeah, she said like 3 different ways of saying good evening, and 2 of them, well, one was in French and the other one was Dutch, and then she was like, well, I don't know which is which, but I just said good evening in French and Dutch. I'm Amanda Holden. I love Eurovision. And started talking about herself for a bit, and I was just sort of like, yeah, you literally have one job. Just announce who we give 12 points to. Ooh, France, okay.
I have no memory of this.
I wish I had no memory of that. We do not claim, because like a lot of people don't like her now because she was like pretty much showcasing why Europe hates us, because we treat foreign languages as a joke in this country.
She says, whilst treating foreign languages as a joke. What?
How am I doing that? I mean,
No, I'm talking about her.
Oh, okay. Oh, like, people in the fandom were reacting to her doing that as like, see, this is why Europe hates us. Once? They kind of have a valid point.
Yeah. I'm just done with this country, to be honest.
I
Yeah.
just, like, move to San Marino.
Exactly what I was about to suggest, funnily enough.
I mean, I was thinking Spain, but then I'm not that good at my Spanish. I mean, I am still learning.
Combine them.
Memorize
Span
is
Marino.
better. San Marino. Which reminds me of an online song contest I'm part of, called the Bi-National Music Festival.
Because by pride. And then you turn up like, no, not that
it's
kind of
literally
bi.
It's literally just the combining of two countries, and you literally have to pick a song from one of those two countries to represent that country, and then you have to alternate like every edition or whatever.
Kind of dumb. I appreciate the idea, but the execution seems a bit lacking.
Well, I mean, my combined country is Senegal, which is a combination of Spain and Portugal.
As opposed to the real combination, which they're like, Portugalicia. But that's just Galicia and Portugal. So, yeah. I know I'm supposed to go, by the way. I'm just keeping one singular eye out in case I find the last Diglett. The last melon. No? Okay. And yeah, basically, let's all just emigrate to other countries and be like, yeah, no, with why do you want to become a citizen of this country no one's heard of? Because we are sick of the shit of our homeland. And they're like, fair enough. Welcome to San Ecuador. I think San Ecuador killed my friend. But yeah, in the meantime, I have no idea.
I'm still here.
Good. I have no idea where to even expect this final Diglett, and there is a strong part of me thinking, hey, what if I looked for all of the Digletts just on my own time instead of subjecting everyone to it? But then again, like, surely the point of a stream is to, like, have friend and conversation whilst tedious things happen in the background. Like speedrun practices.
Yes.
Yay, I have someone on my side. Laura's on my side.
Maybe not. No.
Oh, okay.
Don't know. Okay. What was I gonna say?
Shout
Oh,
out
yeah,
to New
I'm
Zealand.
surprised that Denmark came 11th.
I'm sickened. I'm upset. I'm scared. I dedicate my life to our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. And this is the thanks I get, he says, climbing into a washing machine.
Why a washing machine?
You know, like that one. With me appearing wearing
Like-
a shirt that says, there are no wrong opinions. Someone votes for Denmark. Me. There are one wrong opinions. I say this in jest, in case, because I know that the Eurovision fandom by and large are just full of ridiculously fucking stupid people, so I feel like I have to clarify that I'm japing here.
I mean, if it was just down to the public vote, Denmark would have qualified instead of Albania, I want to say. I'll double check.
What the fuck, man? How is that legal? I'm not going to obsess over every single Diglett that I still have yet to find. It's just, I figured since there is literally one left to find in this area, that's what I'll look for before I continue along the merry little way of the Jesus of the House of the Plan.
Yes. Denmark would have qualified in 7th over Albania if it was just the public vote.
Yikes.
Semi-final 2.
With a capital yikes.
Then if it was just the public vote, the Czech Republic would have got 0.
Triple yikes. The thing with Chekiru was, like, the performance wasn't brilliant, but, like that's a sad shame, but like, thing is, the performance wasn't bad, it just wasn't great, and I think that's the issue.
Yeah. One thing that I really don't get is how Croatia came 9th in the televote. 10th with the juries, but yet 11th overall.
It's a mathematical mystery.
Like, I was all prepared for Sweden to be a shock non-qualifier, no offense to those that, like...
Jeremy's trapped over there. Anyway, carry on. Yeah, like...
Can you hear?
See, I would have been okay
But yeah.
with Sweden shock non-qualifying, just for the, like, the unexpectedness of it. But, like, for once, I actually did like the Swedish song. So, you know, I think the final would have been remiss without it. But at the same time, I would have been okay with it not qualifying. And, you see, Compo has just summed it up nicely.
Yeah. Like, I was prepared for it to be a shock non-qualifier. Like, I was prepared for a shock non-qualifier. Like, from anywhere. So...
Yeah, because the stakes this year were, like, really high. And if any country in Europe has any pride whatsoever, then this will be the new normal. Like, everywhere sending maximum quality, fuck you, give me points, but everyone does that and there aren't enough points to go around. Which in itself, I think, does bespeak a bit of a flaw in the system, bearing in mind, like, the limit of participants is designed around making sure that even at its largest in the contest, there will always be at least half of each semi-final qualifying. So it seems odd that the voting is engineered in such a way that in the final, significantly more than half won't get points. Just mathematically a bit of a peculiarity. I stepped on a child again.
You really need to stop doing that. It's not good for the environment.
What if I want to make a big step?
Don't need soap. Just don't need soap. Don't step on children. I'm not letting that go, by the way.
Good.
But like, there's a limit to how big the Eurovision can be. I mean, I know that the limit for junior Eurovision is 20, but I didn't know there was a limit for, like, the big contest.
Well, I believe that the limit for junior Eurovision is actually founded on the same principle. Because if 20 countries participate, that means that, like, each country has 19 countries they could give points to, which means that when they vote, there are 9 countries that they don't give points to, plus themselves, which means they always give points to more than half of the competition. And the semi-finals are engineered in the same way, that the limit, I believe, is 45, because with 6 auto-qualifiers, plus 2 semi-finals of 19, because if it was 20, it would be exactly half and half. And I think that would be okay, but, you know, the people running the numbers disagree. You know, it's designed such that the semi-finals will always have a bigger in than out total. It just seems odd that the final, and the voting system for the final is, like, decades old at this point. You know, it seems odd that that's the outlier. And I'm not saying that, like, oh, actually, people should give points to every single country, like in my mega tops. I'm not saying that at all. Even if it was just give points to your top 15 instead. But it is a very difficult thing to resolve, because if you did that, then, like, oh, well, how would they present the votes, though? It wouldn't be as snappy if it was like, so here we do 1 to 8, and then 9, and 10, and then 12, 15, 18, and I've lost numbers count. So the point is that they would struggle to figure out a good way of presenting it, and I understand that being a concern, but at the same time, fucking adapt.
Okay. I'm gonna go for just a moment. I'm gonna place an order for takeaway. I will be right back.
Okay. In the meantime, though, I will be your guide. Oh, you're on the Isle of Man, mate. How do you disembark? First of all, he's not the champion. How do you accidentally disembark on the wrong fucking island? Yeah, sure, give me money. The works of... Okay. Sure. That just happened. Now, I only even came in here because, like... Okay, I don't think I can... Yeah, I can't check out there. I thought maybe the last Diglett I'm looking for will be in here. I don't know how, but, you know, it would be worth a try, a Hausmund, a Hegdjulburp. You know, a Hegdjulburp. Honestly, Croatia was kind of a surprise, but, like, yeah, I too kind of saw it coming. So, like, it's a shame. I would like to see Croatia in the final, but in the end, they didn't. Anyway, I am beginning to run out of patience looking for this single Diglett, so I will, like, advance the story in a hot moment. Just a copper. If you've seen anything that looks suspiciously like the top of the head of an Alolan Diglett, then by all means let me know where the health it was. Because I know that I've spent streams in the past looking for these. And it went fenanculously. And I'm fairly sure that, like, the moment I step off the land and into the water, that stops counting as the Fields of Honor. And the thing we're looking for is the Fields of Honor. So if I go out yay far, yeah, okay, that stops being the Fields of Honor. So this is roughly the limit of the perimeter, the perimeter, if you will. The only other thing I can think of is maybe one of the small outlying islands, but I think that all of those count as the Workout Sea. So yeah, even if I did find one here, it doesn't count as the one I'm looking for. Like, it still counts towards the total, so that's still good. It's just, I'm trying to find the one that I'm missing from the Fields of Honor. You know, like that Sting song, where you can only understand the last 3 words. Fields of Honor. No? Okay. The thing is, I've not actually played anything of the Isle of Armor in Shield, and Shield's sort of my go-to for actually, like, checking things. Because obviously with Sword, my mind has been on streaming and commentating, so you know, I've not been as brain forward as I could be, and so that's, you know, I'm less with it basically, but. That should not come as much of a surprise. But Bearimy, why were you waiting on land the whole time? You're a water type. You can be a swimmy boy if you choose. See, I could be fantastically dumb. It wouldn't surprise me if there's some sort of unspoken rule where the last one here doesn't actually appear until you've found all the others. Like, you don't count because you already exist. So, like, you know, what colour are legs made of? Yeah, I won't spend forever on this, it just... I figured since I'm in the area and I have one more to find, I might as well get it over with, but the game has other plans. I mean, I say that and then I'll trip over it right here and hefty. Right here and hefty. And I would complain about the camera, but actually getting all up ins like that is somewhat useful. Would it behove me to go down into the water on the other side of the bridge? I don't know. I feel like there's like something maybe that I'm missing in terms of making this easier for myself. Could be wrong. I could be blowing smoke out of the houses. This is good at least for me practicing getting back into commentating though. Maybe here, because again, we're sort of on the border between the Fields of Honor and the next area. Like, this tree. Bearimy, do you have any ideas? Nope, you're just cute. Okay. I don't know why going quiet is supposed to help me concentrate looking for a tuft of hair protruding from the below. You know, rain falls from above, grass grows from below. The sky is a flavor. Well, whatever. Ah! Fucking tutel! Tutelage. What if I had my friend step on your face? And by that I mean punch. Huzzah. Too many Pokemon in a Alola use Sucker Punch. This is a hill I can and will die on. But that said, this is something I said when I was recording the next episode of S.H.I.E.L.D. So technically I've already said this, but having played through Gen 7 and 8 have given me a deeper appreciation of poison types, weirdly. Because, like, you know, I still don't love them, but I appreciate them a lot more than I used to. Oh, that was a Lickitung. Yeah, I was specifically referencing that song. Oh my god, how did you not immediately pick up what I was throwing down before I even threw it down? Oh my god, beef. If two vegans get into an argument, is that a tofu? Or is it still beef? Also, I forget where the forest is. Alright, fine. We'll just meander until we get there. I know I finished at least one, if not all, of the caves. Oh. Yeah. I could just open the map. I'm painfully aware. Oh. Okay. Gigalith. See, I recognize that, you know, sometimes out in the wild, there are Pokemon that you can only, that only evolve by trading. And I can't trade with my shield because I think that requires Pokemon Home. And, no. Right. Well, I've profoundly dislocated my hydrangeas. Where the house are we, and where ought we to be? Okay, so we're completely wrong, that's fine. I'll go to the beach. Nicki Minaj. There are ostensibly at least one Diglett here as well. Now, how far out do I get before it stops being this area? Oh, Jellyson. Oh, don't even approach me. Stop breathing my air. Yeah, I vaguely seem to recall reading on that sign that there are 3 Digletts around here. And again, you know, I'm not going to obsess over finding them. Just, it would be nice if I did find them. But in the end, I didn't. Oh, yeah. Suddenly, my ability to commentate just dried up and reached the stars. It's like reaching the stars, but substantially more painful, which is roughly the experience of listening to me commentate anything. And of course, I have the joy of doing all of this again in S.H.I.E.L.D. Because I'm wise with my money. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, it's a Morpeko. Morpeko Pekoyama. Ah! Very half-assed scream there. Thank you, camera, but also no, but also yes. I really should just shut up and go to my destination, which fortuitously happens to be here. Oh my god, it's a fungus amungus. Actually, that is an amungus. And they're a lot smaller than they first seem to be. Now, I'm hoping I could find some more max mushrooms while we're here, but I think I read that they only recharge, I think you get 1 max mushroom for every 3 max raid battles? Or something like that? So, bearing in mind I've literally not played Swords since the last time I streamed, I wouldn't hold my breath on there being any max mushrooms to find. What the hell are you? Oh, you're a venipede. Okay. Oh, Cramorant. Cram your own ant. Now, I have cause to believe that there may also be Digletts here, but I was paying so much attention to the Fields of Honor that I don't actually know. Or, if I cared more, I would catch 1 Emolga, but I don't remember if I already did that. Now, something else I'm wondering as well is, should I be specifically looking for the Pokemon I'm looking for? Or should I be looking for Hop to point me in the direction of the Pokemon I'm looking for? Because we need to solve the mystery. But I'd rather look for Digletts. What are you? Oh, you're a Whiscash. Why can't I enter the liquid from here? Offensive is what it is. Thank you, Bearimy. Your support means the world to me. That sounds sarcastic, but no, I mean it. I would die for any number of my Pokemon. That number could be 0 and I would die anyway. Just fucking try me. Ah! Put that candy back. I ain't buying you all that meth, as I misheard it. Laura sure is taking her time getting all of the food. Oh my god, B. And other substances. See, I have a bottle with me as well, and it's my usual stream water, except it's got one of those, like, cold brew tea bags in it. Well, I don't know if it's cold brew per se, but it has in it a thing that flavors it to be like rose lemonade, apparently. And you know what? I'll do a live taste test while I'm waiting for children to emerge. Ah, score. It keeps alternating between nice and needs more flavor. Furious, wake up and shoot the cold. Thank you, Urias. You're a precious cinnamon child, and I will love you forever. I don't know, I feel like this tea water is mostly good, but largely too watery. But fine, it's still agreeable. And Cataphat, you're going to evolve anytime soon, so I can get you out of my team and into my car. Bow hydrates. Oh! Don't mind me, I just felt like burping and then being overly dramatic about it. So that's what you've just borne witness to? You've given birth to witnessing something. I think you just lie down, spread legs, and then it's an eyeball, congratulations. And then the doctors turn up and then they start eating fried chicken. Now, how many of that made sense? Probably exactly none. Good, that was the idea. Bearimy, you have such a freeze frame right now. So many apricots that aren't. It's like a unicorn that makes you fart. It's an apricorn. It's funny, I think I should be looking for Hop, but instead I'm looking for Digletts that may or may not even be here in the first place. Because I'm good at Vigima games, don't you know? That's why people watch me. What's behind me? Oh. Persimmon. I prefer Oranguru. I think that's a weird example of how... Like, you know how you tend to be biased towards the first thing you experience when given multiple options? And, like, Persimmon and Oranguru, I think, are a pair of Pokemon that are, like, the whole tradition is to have them be split between the two versions. The idea being that Passimian always goes to the first version of the games, so Sun, Ultra Sun, and Sword, whilst Oranguru goes to the second, the lesser, the inferior versions of each game, so Moon, Ultra Moon, and Shield. But the thing is, my first experience of Generation 7... Ooh! Good burp. I've been trying to make them interesting. Was someone Let's Playing Ultra Moon. So to me, Oranguru is the default, despite being the one of the pair that's affiliated with the non-default version of the game. If that makes anything that even remotely resembles sense, or sensibility, or both. Why does this place have crabs? Yeah. And I'm half tempted to use one of my wishing pieces at last, just to get a max raid battle in the hopes of it spawning a mushroom. Anyway, I don't know what I'm supposed to be looking for. Possibly just hop. Maybe I'm being dumb. Hello, Pikachu. You're nothing of what I'm looking for. You couldn't even be misconstrued as that of which I seek. You ever just think that when I talk and when I commentate, it is just noise that fills the room? My existence distracts us all from the unbearable weight of existence. We're all suffering here. Oh, Hop, there you are. Hi. You won't expect me to approach you from behind. Ah!
Finally, Tess, I've been waiting forever for you.
Well, you should have turned the fuck around then.
Thought Glimwood Tangle was a real base, but this place is on an entirely different level.
Funny story. Glimwood Tangle gave me no trouble on stream, and then when I played it in Shield, I got so fucking lost somehow.
It's so hot and humid, I'm sweating a pond over here. Sonia and I split our place to survey, and she opted for the cold and snow and all. Too bad because when I divide this heat up between us two, we'll both feel a bit better. Anyway, I was checking out this forest to focus place while I was waiting for you to show up, and I saw signs that Lilligant and Applin live here. Maybe we could gather a bit of sweet nectar that Urshifu would love from their flowers and fruit.
Oh, okay. But is Lilligant even available? Oh, well, there's Petilil. Hi, you're an onion.
Look, it's a Petilil. Petilil evolves into Lilligant, which is just the Pokemon we're looking for.
Good sound.
Hey, does that Petilil seem to be acting a bit strange?
Oh, fucking now. You doing a little jiggle there? Well, it looks sort of sad.
Yeah, now you mention it. It's still pretty little. Maybe it got separated from its parents.
And it's gonna be like, oh my god, humans, and then it'll go, and then die.
Oh, who you glomming onto, mate? You really must be lost if you think I'm your mum. And now I'm stuck. Okay, you gotta help us out here, Tess. I'll find us one of Petilil's parents or something, would you? Look for some worried-looking Lilligant. I'll wait here with this one. I'm afraid if I'll step on it if I start walking around.
But aren't they gender-locked to only ever be female? So, like, how could it have both parents? Or, I don't know, maybe they're not. Maybe I'm chatting the shits. La 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 la. I suppose I should catch a Lickitung at some point for completion's sake. But I keep thinking, no, I should catch its pre-evolution and then evolve it to thoroughly complete the Pokédex, but it doesn't have a pre-evolution. Seems like it should, though. But it doesn't. Anyway, where go, what do, who invented steak and kidney toast? Well, clearly not this way, because that's the way back to the beach Ninky Minjaj. Now, it's around this point that I would think maybe I should just reach over and update the tracker so that it doesn't show that Laura's here because she's busy with food. But I swear, the moment I do that, she'll come back. Because that's just Sod's entire lore. You know, it's Lucy Lawless brackets Sod edition. Sodding the Hedgehog. Don't See, amongst all of this, I'm still just looking for Diglett. Oh, well, there we go. Hello. Hi. Are you aborted? And by that I mean adopted, and by that I mean, have you lost a child? Yes, I noticed. I'm going to ignore it anyway, because I wanted to come down here and shake this tree like a Polaroid picture, which you shouldn't do, apparently. Don't get me wrong. Trees, you can shake just fine. It's just Polaroid pictures, apparently you're not supposed to shake them. I can't provide any further insight beyond that. Also, having played Shield, I've gained a better sense of how many times to shake these trees. Because it turns out the HD rumble actually tells you, it gives you an indication of how close you are to the tree being like, nah, and then throwing a Pokemon at your face. So, that's good. I have insight. I can see things. Keep half expecting it to be like a, I don't know, like a Diglett floating in like a rubber ring or something. Well, luckily, because of this river, I know that to get to where I'm going, I just need to turn around and follow the source of the flow. So that's fine. So many Cramorant. Or Cramorant. Cramorando. Bearimy, get on the bike. Standing on the side of the water, sitting on the dock of the bay, being all smug descending. Does a Diglett exist anywhere? Anyway. Lulu. Have you lost a Petilil? The exclamation mark is what's throwing me there. Yay, it's an escort mission. I should probably walk so it can keep up. Wow. Could you not be slow? Fine, I'll walk at walking pace then. I'll become Dr. Rockefeller Walking Pace. And I'll have a secret past, and they'll change my surname from Walking Pace to Secret Past. And then it will be a shock when they realize that my wife was French the entire time. Now, which should I just around? Am I correct? Am I ever correct about anything? Ever? Tag growth. You know, because that's relevant. You still with me? Good. Try to keep up the pace. Pump up the volume. Dance until your legs turn into strawberry jam. Which they may never do because you're not made of strawberries. Well, this gives me an opportunity to sort of slowly comb the ground for tufts of hair. I don't much care for how a lowland dog trio even looks. It's too, like, I don't know, I don't like the hair. Like, I understand its, like, cultural significance and what it's based on and stuff. I just don't think it looks good on Dog Trio. But that's just me. What do I know? I don't know shit about graphic design. It's not even my passion. Don't shout at me, Pikachu. Get a real problem. Clearly this counts as completing the poked decks. Miltank! Oh wait, no, they do exist, don't they? Oh wait, no, maybe I'm thinking of my Pokedex hunting in Sun. Because Miltank allegedly exist in that one, and yet I have yet to actually encounter them. Anyway, tiny baby onion. I've brought the same thing, but older. Oh yeah. Fingers.
Finally, Tess! Hadn't you found Lilligant?
Except it's not really Lilligant, it's actually a Zoroark that's going to eat its face. Or maybe it is just sincere.
Lily!
Lily! Tilda Swinton. I don't know who that is.
Looks like they're both pretty happy to see each other.
Aww.
You there, I like your face. Huh? Is this some of the nectar from your flower, Lilligant? Gato! Lily!
That's so cute.
That's illegally cute. I'm dying of the cuteness. Okay, that's just a good screenshot. Just Hop being cheery and me just being like, not only do I not speak English, I don't speak Pokemon either. Fuck all y'all. When do we get Sawyer Miltank? It's a grass type instead.
Nice one, Tess. Now I've got some of Lilligant's nectar. Hopefully this nectar's sweet and sticky, just like Urshifu likes it. I definitely wouldn't call it very sticky. It's pretty watery.
Hop, I don't think that was nectar. Lewd. Well, okay then. It's a shame Heather's not here. She would have appreciated that double entendre. Even though I don't think they actually say double entendre in actual French. As opposed to hypothetical French. Which is what I speak, in theory. Ah! Again with the children underneath my feet. Aren't we just having a time? Yeah, go on. Hit it in the face with a bolt of watening. So, funny story, actually. I think my lactose intolerance might be coming back, but I like tea too much to actually experiment. Because for those who haven't existed my entire life, pardon me, I'm going to have some more of that tea water. Tea water. So, high school was a traumatic time for me, and when I left, I was so relieved to have left that I developed lactose intolerance and a stomach ulcer. And I just, like, bearing in mind how my stomach has been lately, I feel like maybe that has returned, and I don't know why. I bet the solution will be to combine the nectar with an applin and somehow it makes Christmas happen.
There! It's an applin! It's a Maplin electronic!
App away! And then it goes poo, and we're gonna have to sneak up and oh! Okay, that looks normal. Don't you ever just want to tuck into an apple and just roll over the hill? It's quite clearly in the tree, Hop. This isn't Blue's Clues.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
P. Just because it said
Hello.
P-I-I-I. Ah! I got bopped on the head by an apple. How are you? You sound sad.
I don't know anymore.
Hang on a minute, I've just been accused of being moist. Hop just licked my head. Bug snacks. Oh, whoa.
Okay.
I misread
I'll
that
be
as
right back.
it tastes like justice. Oh, okay. Please return when you can.
Lilligant's nectar wasn't it. Applin's nectar wasn't it. They weren't really sticky enough to be the sticky honey that Urshifu loves. Come to think of it, they aren't really honey at all, are they? I was thinking nectar and honey were the same thing, so I was looking for plants and flowers. But was I barking up the wrong tree?
P.
Wow, a Venipede! I don't see one of those every day.
I do. I keep tripping over them.
It's cute looking, right? But it can produce a really thick, gooey poison inside its body, making it pretty dangerous.
Come on, Hop. Dramatic irony.
Ha! That's it! I was stuck on Pokemon that produce nectar. What we need is a Pokemon that uses that sort of nectar to produce something else.
You just noticed?
Yes!
Okay, then. I mean... sheep! Clearly. Oh. Wait, so... Venipede wasn't the answer after all. Well, I know we've oh! So, the honeycomb place is actually relevant. I thought maybe just Urshifu had a taste for... Oh, hi, Jeremy. Thought maybe Urshifu just had a taste for sucking on poison, as opposed to sucking on nuts brackets Canada runs. Now, having said all of this, I could just fly there because the Tower of Waters is actually a fly destination. So why I'm still going, I don't know.
Why I'm still streaming, I don't know.
Heard Tauros. But what about the Mama Milky? Give me the Milky. Sad mom. I need to buy a bunch of quick balls, because I bought like 150 of them in Shield, because until you get to Wyndon, they're kind of difficult to come by. So now I have an egregious excess of quick balls in Shield, but not Sword. And I rely on them. Oh good, horses, even though you're a cow. And clearly the obvious next step is to turn you, Woodley. Yeah, get pooped upon. Okay, that was less effective than I was expecting. In that case... Mickey. On the reasoning that high horsepower is a ground type move, so that wouldn't end well for Polly. I'm fairly sure it wouldn't end well for Urius either. Also, I've missed Mickey. And also, shiny Obstagoons are just glorious because they're such... They look fucking Luxembourgish. So that's cool. Mickey, why the fuck do you know Whirlpool? What has happened in my absence, if indeed anything? And now we just wait for that and the sandstorm to whittle down its health so I can actually entrapulate it in a sphere of object containment. Yeah, get wettled with your swaying... YouTube, why am I allowed to show those anyway? They're just swaying in the breeze there. Hooray. Now, if I was super crass and or Alex, I'd be like, okay, so who from Eurovision has the biggest titties? But I am not that, so, Anyway, Ketavan? Nah, no Ketavan yet. Who's the milkiest? See, I keep wanting to name her after Alicia Shemplinska, and like that has nothing to do with anything. But I don't know if I already have.
Ooh, what? Now what?
When you think... Wait, hang on a minute. The obvious... Wait, no, I already... We could have more than one Cleo. Hi. Welcome back to the world.
Hi. Things got a little bit stressy when trying to sort out food, but everything's fine. Everything's fine.
Luckily, they banished her to an island, but she came back.
Then they had to banish her to another island.
But she came back.
Nah.
Well, you don't have to talk about it if
Billy
you don't
G
want
has
to.
had a very stressful
Day.
Billy G has just had a very stressful day. Oh, stressful week on the sun farm.
Yeah, because he...
Yes.
Yeah, because he has a job that involves him being a janitor on the sun.
Working on like solar panel farms, like up and down this glorious country of the United Kingdom, Ireland sometimes, so he's had a very stressful week. So he got really stressed, and I got really stressed, and I was sad for a bit, as Tess pointed out earlier. But now everything is fine.
Yay, you're
Everything is
alive.
fine. Were you thinking Philly G was gonna kill me?
No, I thought maybe the job would kill your shoulder, which in turn would turn into some dominoes that would then lay the bricks of the foundation of building a wall, which then would subsequently change your TV channel.
Well, yes, McDonald's does have that effect on me, so...
Well, there you go.
I thought you meant his job, not my job.
Well, maybe his job would... So
That too.
12s.
Ooh. Is that the changed her profile picture recently? Because it looks really pretty.
I don't know. Maybe.
You really are the dream of God.
And we woke up in blood and blood. With our emotions transforming to gold.
I'm having a brain fart.
Why?
Is Sir Hat still this San Marino's best placing? Yes.
Yeah. Which is like, because Senate actually said on social media, didn't she, that like she was disappointed to not have done better, and like not in a oh my god beef, you should have been nicer to me kind of, but more of a like I feel sad that I couldn't have represented my country in a better way or something. Like I know she was really humble about it.
Yeah. Although, what? I've not seen this happen on Facebook or any other medias yet, but what I'm not hoping for is people using, oh see, San Marino sent Flowrider, therefore America should be invited into Eurovision. No!
No.
Trust me, there would be somebody out there that would have that kind of logic.
Yeah, probably. Anyway, I'm gonna shake a tree, and clearly this won't end badly for everyone involved.
Shake, shake.
Shake,
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 shake, shake it,
tree.
shake it. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, baby. Oh, crazy for honey. Give me some honey.
Shake it up, shake it in. I know who your dealer is.
Oh, beehive!
Okay.
So that
That
just
was a
happened.
mood.
Hi, bees. Oh, there's bees!
Oh, there's free!
Bug snacks. Whoa. Fix the San Andreas fault with duct tape.
Woohoo!
Oh yeah, I forgot that Polly was Gigantamax positive. She has the G.
Supposed to not having the E.
Look at
Mangoni.
Look at this fucking lizard baby.
Yeah.
That reminds me, the Minecraft update dropped recently, and it's a good time.
Okay.
And it's just a shame that you can't reliably farm amethysts. They've added amethysts into Minecraft now, but you can't, like, you can't, like, the thing that grows them, you can't, you can't mine it because that breaks it, and it you can't transport it. So you can only farm amethyst where amethyst generates naturally. And it's a shame. Lava is now an infinitely farmable resource, and I'm living for it. Gigantamax ability is G Fuel. Eggs. I know, what were you saying?
What was I saying? I don't know anymore. Oh yeah, Flowrider in America in Eurovision, and no.
And adrenalina.
Ah, adrenalina.
Clearly, we should cover it.
Well, I mean, yes. Rider, sand hit that adrenaline. Got me. Can't do the flow rider bit.
And we're running
I
through
ha-
the party
I
like
bring shame.
hot coal, gasoline, kerosene, stop, drop, roll. I can't blame it on,
Stop, drop, roll.
can't blame it on the
So,
stove.
911.
911 when she coming down that pole.
One when you coming down. Yes.
I actually have it memorized. That's as far as I can go off the top of my head.
Fair enough. I mean, we can't all be me.
Oh, can
You know,
we?
remembering the Iggy Azalea rap from Problem by Ariana Grande is a massive achievement.
You do it well, and you are the reason that I learned it.
Hey, friendship and learning.
Friendship is you know, that famous pony cartoon, Friendship is pa.
I'm sure you can talk to Alex
Frank.
about that.
Ah.
I think he was into the pony show at one point.
I have never been and probably never will be.
I don't think I ever was. I just remember having a My Little Pony PC game when I was like 7.
It was not before my time, but it wasn't my house.
I know. It was before we knew each other existed. So, a dark time in life, I'm sure.
Oh no, Mustard wants me to punch him in the titty.
Which titty?
The left half. But the question is, do I get free soup? I don't think I get free soup.
Neither do I. I feel like if they were to invite like another, like sort of, I don't want to say another guest country because Australia is sort of like, oh, really? I don't really know if they're a guest anymore, but eh. But like, if they were to do that again, I probably feel like it kind of should be Canada, because I mean, they did participate in Young Musicians in like the 80s, so
I would have been
just a
inclined
thought.
towards like,
It's gotta be Kazakhstan. It'll be super swaggy.
Well, I mean, yes. I'm just sort of thinking like that's not like Europe, Asia, general area house.
Oh, okay.
If they were to if it had to be somewhere in North America, I'd rather it be Canada than USA.
yeah. Well, now I'm thinking, should I go and seek soup?
Soup? Soup is good. Who is Luke? What?
Okay, that's the game telling me I need to get more mushies, because at the moment I don't have mushies.
No. That's not good.
I thought I had, like, one. Oh, yeah, I do have one. I need 2 more. But, like, partly because I want to, see, I want to make it be such that, that both Greta and Bearimy can also Gigantamax. but at the same time, the game really wants me to be able to Gigantamax Malcolm, so I really should work on that. So fine, I will fight.
Can we all just pretend that the fake jury show results were the actual results and that we're actually going to Spain next year, please? No, I'm joking. I'm joking. I'll let my
Heart decide.
Bleh. I can open your eyes. That too. Take you wonder by wonder, over, sideways, and under. Okay!
And then there were 12.
12 what? Children?
Yes. They got very busy on that magic carpet.
What is wrong with me?
What's
Many
wrong with
things.
me? Many things could go wrong.
Well-
What could possibly go wrong? Many things. Said
Many
Paul
things.
Hollywood.
Said Paul Hollywood. I mean, what's wrong with me? I mean, have you seen my taste in celebrity men? Word that very carefully because my husband is
Within
above life.
within knee shot.
I mean, yeah. But yeah. But like, my taste in like men, particularly Eurovision men, is very peculiar, shall we say.
Have you seen my taste in people? Because I haven't. I don't like people.
Oh wait, shit, you're a
Had a
people.
thought.
Oh yeah? What's the news? What's the tea, sister?
If Cassidy was to represent somewhere at Eurovision, would they technically be the first furry at Eurovision?
The first openly furry, at least.
Yeah. It's just a thought that came to my head. So I was just sort of like, would they be the first furry? What about that guy that dressed up as a gorilla for Italy in 2017?
That doesn't count. In fact, funnily enough, my mother and I were actually talking about this earlier this evening. That, like, oh, that's a lot of berries. Holy shit.
That too.
Yeah, we were talking about, like furries whose personas are monkeys or especially apes. Why? Why even bother? And, like, obviously, that's, like, a huge oversimplification. So we are just memeing. But at the same time, like, your physical body is already that of a great stinking ape. Why would you want to be a different kind of great stinking ape? Why not be something that decidedly isn't that? And to clarify, it's not racist if I'm hating on an entire species, and that species is humanity. Fuck 'em. I don't like 'em.
Thanks. No, I'm not welcome.
You're not a human.
What am I? A dancer?
The sky's a banjo. My knees are sad.
Why are they sad?
I don't know. I thought you were a pingus.
Fingers.
Oh yeah, he's a penguin.
Newt.
Now that is a Minecraft skin waiting to happen. Trans icon Pingu.
Speaking of trans, people seem to insist that Christian Kostov is now trans because of a photo he posted.
Oh yeah, I think Mama Hex found that photo and showed it to me, and I was like, wait, is Christian Kostov trans? Because like legitimately,
Good.
without context, it isn't easy to tell if it's just like if he's a he and he's going for like an effeminate or like androgynous or genderless look, or if she is now trans and has new pronouns to reflect. It's like I legitimately don't know.
Same here. Like, good for them. Because I'm not too sure what's going on anymore, but everyone seems to insist, like, wait, is this his way of coming out as trans? But he lives in Russia, so it's kind of hard for him to do that. First of all, I did not know that he lived in Russia. Second, like,
Don't let him in, you'll have to kick him out again.
don't be his friend. You know, no.
You know you're gonna wake
What?
up in his bed in the
What?
morning, and if you're under
In the
him,
morning.
you ain't getting over him. Good song. Anyway,
My brain was then thinking, there's a few people I'd like to be under, but unfortunately I cannot.
oh!
I am a terrible person!
But you are a great friend, and friend doesn't care whether you're person or not.
It's okay, I still love my husband with all of my heart. I can just recreate all of my fantasies in The Sims.
Oh. I see.
That blind man.
As he took out his
He
channel.
whipped out his hammer and saw. He whipped out his hammer and saw. It's all coming back to me, said the amnesiac, pissing in the wind. Why do I sound like I'm narrating a children's book?
Because you should. You should
Don't
entirely
eat soap.
do that.
Don't eat soap. Don't play with fire. Don't you dare drink out of the bottles that are underneath the kitchen counters. Don't do that. Just don't eat soap.
Although, fun fact though, that does remind me of, during the shows this year, I did actually just keep a dedicated nuisance diary of everything that Graham Norton did wrong or badly in his commentary. And I wrote it on the back of my scorecard. And I don't remember a single jot of what I wrote, but I know that I did write them. Because apparently if I had been in the post-show review, I would have majorly laid into the shit that he's talked.
Well, I can remember some of the things that he said. Mainly, like, the one thing that comes to my mind immediately was the thing that he said about Serbia. Less Destiny's Child, more Destiny's Inappropriate Auntie. For some reason, my sister found that hilarious.
Oh.
And again, my sister was the one that came... But then again, my sister was the one that came up with Camera Lesbians for Poland in 2014, so...
Swings and roundabouts. Though,
Yeah, so... You have your scorecard to hand so you can list off some of this shit?
I do not. I want to say that I did, at the very least, have like, him implying that Flowrider wasn't there by choice. The implication that the middle finger dancer for Germany would abandon the costume at the earliest possible convenience because she utterly resented it. What the fuck is Nessa doing here?
Not where I thought you was gonna go with that, but okay. The Flow Rider thingy, like, was he picking up petrol through San Marino?
Because, like, I appreciate
Plus-
the joke of, like, oh, is it like jury duty? Everyone has to represent them. Like that. I can appreciate that sort of joke because, obviously, you know, San Marino is somewhat limited in their scope of representatives. But,
Yes.
but the idea that, oh, there's no way that a famous celebrity would be at Eurovision by choice. Like, fuck off.
Oh, the Germany comment about the
I was just going to abandon it in
costume
a
being
Tesco's car
in a
park.
puddle.
That was it.
Because they have Tesco's in Holland.
They really
That's-
love their
That
Tuesdays.
costume is. That was another thing that my sister came out with. So you've got to thank my sister for a lot of the bullshit that comes out of my family. Yes.
Your family's full of the poopy.
Especially my sister, because she says a lot of it during Eurovision. Like, how the hell should I know?
Which was,
Camera lesbians.
that at least was, like, clever in context. But it takes so much time to explain it that... Like, it's very much a you had to have been there thing. But I wasn't been
Yeah.
there, but it was still funny for me. So, yeah.
Yeah. So the French bit of France. No, wait, the French bit of France. That was a me moment. Because I was trying to explain that I can't remember what year it was, but one of the artists was from the French bit of Belgium.
But you said
It
the
came
French
out
bit
as
of
the
France.
French bit of France. Yes. You know, the French bit of France. So, all of it?
Although I did recently find out about the, I forget what it's called, but there's a place in Belgium / the Netherlands, and it's right on the border, and the border between the two countries goes back and forth so that, like, it cuts right through houses. So, like, your kitchen's in one country, your bathroom's in the other. And I want to say that, like, legally, it's determined based on where your front door is. And because the two countries had a different set of rules from each other during lockdown, literally it would be like, you go into, like, a supermarket, and there'll be people like, actually, aisle 9 is in Belgium, so you need to put a mask on. But this shop's in the Netherlands. Well, aisle 9 is in Belgium, so put a mask on or get the fuck out. I'm gonna go to the Netherlands. Goes into aisle 8.
Oh, Balnesso and Balhertog.
That
That's
sounds
the
about
name.
right.
Yeah. Like, there's a house in that town that the part, like, you know, the dividing line, like, between Belgium and the Netherlands, like, that line literally goes through one front door. So they have, like, 2 doorbells, the 2 different countries and 2 different house numbers.
How the fuck does that happen?
Just, I don't know, because, like, the house was built obviously before, like, the line.
Well, that just implies that when they did design the line, they did it really badly.
Clearly, yeah.
The sort of same energy as, there was at one point, I think, a third order exclave of India or something, where, like, so...
Third order enclave.
So that there was the border of India, and then there was Bangladesh. Wait, no, that there was an...
Inside India, in...
Yeah, there was a bit of India inside a bit of Bangladesh.
That was also inside Bangladesh.
Something like that, yeah. And then, I think at some point they were like, fuck it, we'll just give it to Bangladesh and call it a day.
Yeah, they sorted out all the enclaves in, I think it was 2017?
Oh, it's recent.
Or 2018? Oh, and the football has ended.
Fucking ridiculous.
Hooray. Hooray. Nothing of substance was lost.
Literally, like, you could not pay me to care about football. Like, you could pay me to pretend to care about football, but you could not pay me to give an actual shit about it.
I pay you to smile and nod whenever my husband talks about it whenever we come up to visit you?
Sure.
Sort of smile and just nod your head whenever he just mentions football. You're just like, oh, really? How fascinating.
It's like the idea of become best friends with a highfalutin celebrity and then go to one of their rubbing shoulders parties and pretend not to have heard of anyone. So you're like, oh, Leonardo DiCaprio. Oh, you're an actor, huh? How's that working out for you then?
Uh-huh.
99% of my humor comes from top of the head. Can you tell?
Yes.
Oh.
That's okay. That's why we love you.
Yeah.
Love is on my side.
Love is on my wife. Now she's pregnant.
Maybe not tonight. Seriously, Moldova came 13th. I thought they came like lower than that.
I don't even remember anything anymore.
Okay. So I shall run through I'll just run through the scoreboard from bottom to top because I can. Why not? UK, we definitely did not deserve last.
Agreed.
We definitely did not deserve zero.
Agreed.
Zero.
The camera work could have been better. I will say that. Like the cinematography was not great, but still deserved a minimum of 15.
Last with the juries, I can kind of understand, but last with the public as well, like, no.
It
refuse.
Like, last with the public demonstrates that the voting system is skewed. Last with the juries shows a very different problem. Because with the public, it's all of the available points were sort of eaten by the higher end of the scoreboard, whilst with the juries, like, the UK coming, like in theory, should have come between 11th and 17th with the juries to generate that result. In reality, I seem to recall the UK, like, quite stupidly coming, like, last or close to last with most of the juries, which that I massively object to. You cannot call yourself a professional and then do that in the same breath. It does not make sense. It's like saying, oh yes, I'm a master baker, but I fucking hate bread. This is awful, but no, this is good bread, whilst waving like a slab of raw meat around. Like, you have just done something that incredibly contradicts your exact claim to professionalism, and I can't take that seriously.
Can I continue?
Go ahead, continue.
Yeah, okay. Germany. I'm surprised it got 3 points from the juries. Because I thought, like, its 3 points would have come from the public, but
Yeah.
nope, they got nothing from the public.
Yeah, that's
I'm
not,
kind
it should
of
be the other way around.
disappointed.
Actually.
Spain, I can kind of understand their jury points, but I definitely agree, like, they did not deserve nothing from the public. Like, I felt feelings listening to Voya Kadame. I mean, I enjoy the English version a little bit more because that hit me, like, right in the feels, but Voya Kadame is still a good song. It's something that Blast should really be proud of. Proud of. I was meant to say proud. Netherlands. First of all, can people stop with the broccoli memes? It's not funny. It wasn't funny when the song came out, and it's not funny now.
I've already said my piece about that.
But yeah, the song did not deserve 23rd. San Marino. I thought this would have done better.
Yeah, how the fuck did that do consistently so underwhelmingly?
I thought that it would be like a clear public favourite, to be honest.
Realistically, it should have done really well with the juries as well. If they're like, hey, we're gonna vote for commercial viability instead of doing our fucking jobs. If they vote on that basis, then Tamarina should have been a clear favourite.
It's just sort of like a skew-if thingy. Like, I feel like some songs would have done better, should have done better with the public than they did with the jury or whatever, but Albania, it didn't really connect with me personally, but still pretty alright. Azerbaijan! It was a time.
Yeah, the staging was not it for me.
Didn't get the snake thing in the background, the snake head thing.
Yeah, like
What does that have to do with Matahari?
I think it's supposed to be like a metaphor for like,
Oh, she's gonna bite you.
but realistically, it was generally stated that it was like a they just recycled what they had for Cleopatra, and in that respect, it kind of shows. Though I appreciate that the giant golden ball actually did have a purpose in the end, so I appreciate that at least. It hatched into an eye.
Oh, Belgium.
I vaguely recall laughing at Alex Caillé when he did so badly. Because the man's an arse. What can I say?
I have nothing to say about Belgium because no.
Because
Norway.
You do dare wear her Johnny Cash t-shirt.
I don't even know who Johnny Cash is. Oh. I know he's like a singer, I think. But Norway. The only song where I have the lyrics committed to memory. And it's cute and it's adorable, and I should sing a cover of it to Tess sometime.
I'm still not a fan of the song.
You said I made it sound pretty.
You do. I'm just not a fan of the song itself.
Israel. Alright. Same with Cyprus, same with Serbia. Not really say much more about that. Like,
The way
Sweden.
The way that Genro said Cyprus in one of my videos has become a meme with my mother now.
Sweden. Well, they finished at the top of the right-hand side of the scoreboard.
Makes a nice change.
It was an alright song, to be fair. Moldova.
Okay, now
They had done something more with the staging, then I would understand why it came 13th.
yeah, but as it stands, with that performance and that staging, you cannot call yourself a professional juror and then rate that in your top 10 and also put the UK towards the bottom in the same breath. Again, it's a contradiction. Her performance was not good, and like, I say this as someone who really enjoyed the song. It was in my personal top 10, but the performance itself was shocking and the staging was boring and void of anything. So, quite how that can get points from jurors, whilst others that didn't make those exact mistakes don't get points? Like, what the fuck is going on?
I don't get it. I mean, I've obviously seen, like, people suggesting, like, oh, Kirkorov bought, like, jury votes or whatever, but, like, still, who allowed him to do that? If that is true, even.
Putin?
I meant who at the EBU, because I'm pretty sure, like, yes, Boris Johnson bribed everyone not to vote for us to prove a point. No, that's not what happened. Bulgaria.
Clearly it was Dominic Cummings.
Oh, I skipped over. I skipped over Portugal because, well, staging definitely improved it. It definitely elevated it from a obvious non-qualifier to like, actually, this is pretty decent.
Yeah, like my opinion on it changed massively because they actually put the time in to make the staging worth it from Moldova. So, yeah. They get a like of support and appreciation. And while you're here, be sure to like the video. Yeah, good for you.
Remember to subscribe and click the notification bell. Yeah, I was just worried it was just going to be a rehash of their national final performance, and I'm glad it wasn't.
Yeah, there was legitimate
Because you
creativity.
can change things from your national final performance. Sweden.
Ooh.
Anywho, Bulgaria and Greece. Both all right. It's solid.
I'm still.
I mean, the green screen thing for the green screen thing for Greece is still a bit eh.
Yeah, that's basically what I was going to say. It's kind of, you know, it's like on one hand, yeah, it was clever. Like it clearly they had a vision and then they executed it, and like, sure, you know, like good on them for having an idea, finding a way to make it happen and making it happen. But then again, at the same time, it's like, kind of tacky though. Dancing with laundry.
Does. Russia.
I'm happy for her. I really don't have anything to say other than good for Manisha. She's queen. And I since listened to a recap of the Russian national final, and oh my god, she was far and away the right choice there.
Yeah, I'll agree with you on that. Although, one thing I don't quite get, because I did watch like that thing with the stand-in, not the stand-in, the thing live on tape, that thing.
Oh yeah, I still haven't got around to watching that. God damn. That's only
Yeah,
just-
let's just say.
What shall we say?
Okay, I will tell you this. It won't be a live on tape thingy for the UK or for Ireland because
I heard
Leslie
about
Roy
that.
and James. Yeah, and I'm just sort of thinking, like, okay, how shocking are these live on tapes if you're not going to show them?
Yeah,
if
like
you want.
so. Did they just not feature in the shows at all? Like, is there just no mention of them, or like what?
Like they obviously like played their songs in like that fan recap thingy that Cassidy was in. Spoiler alert, Cassidy is in the fan recaps again, but I
Yeah,
can't
she-
remember for what countries, but
I think she made that known in the Eurovision furry chat group, which I've just not been participating in at all since my Eurovision shutdown. Because I do not have the energy to keep up with them.
yeah, I will say that the dress for Russia is slightly different to what was actually in the actual performance thing.
Did they actually do the whole thing
Yeah.
of like she takes off the dress and she's wearing another dress underneath and then another dress underneath that and another dress underneath that and so on? Because it's kind of a wasted opportunity that they didn't do that.
It's more of a matter of, you know how the dress looked in Rotterdam, right?
Yeah.
It's more like tall and skinny rather than big and bulky, if that makes any sense.
Okay.
More of a tall, skinny dress rather than a like Roomba style thing. Anywho, Lithuania. Expected this to come higher.
Yeah. Where did they come in then?
8th. Expected this to be about 5th or 6th?
Yeah. Like, at the very least, it should have been Lithuania's best placing ever. But it wasn't.
Yeah.
In the end, they didn't.
In the end, yeah. Malta.
Malta
didn't
existed.
quite get the staging. Didn't quite get the staging, but it was a solid performance. And I don't get why her disappointed face is now a meme. It's like,
As far as I care, it isn't, because I've not seen any signs of it, and the rest of the world doesn't seem to give a shit. So as far as I care, it's not a meme.
In my professional opinion.
well, this is why I spend a lot of time looking at Eurovision, like, shit posts and stuff, because, like, so then I can sort of, like, laugh at the people. Finland! Ah, my winner.
Oh my god, you're so valid.
You can. Ah.
It's mad.
And I even sent you a picture. And I even sent you a picture from when Finland were at the top of the scoreboard too, because like, sent you one of when Finland were at the top, and then I sent you one where Ukraine were, and I'm just sort of like, I'd be cool with either of these, right? I mean, ignoring the fact that we came last, but we'd be cool with either of these.
I did, if nothing else. San Marino got a 12. Although, there is, I want to say, like, you'd be forgiven for saying that there's something ever so slightly sus about the fact that San Marino got exactly 112, then proceeded to do badly, but they gave 12 to the country that gave them a 12.
Huh.
What, in the semi?
No, in the final.
It's like Poland. Wait, how could they have given 12 to Poland? The final. If Poland didn't qualify.
Oh wait, no, wait. What am I thinking of then? I know there was a suspect
know.
exchanging of 12s.
I think you're probably thinking of the fact that San Marino gave 12 to Poland in the semi, I think.
Oh, then it might be that then.
Yeah. Yeah, San Marino gave 12 to Poland in the semi, so then Poland gave them 12 in the final, maybe? Yeah. Ukraine.
Queen!
I cannot, like, the fact that you, like, I meant, like, bleh, that you mentioned to me, like, ooh, the instrumental to Shum kind of sounds like Pokémon battle music.
I stand by that.
I can now not imagine, like, anything other than, like, steel-type gym leader Katarina?
I was thinking, like, champion Katarina, and she's like steel and maybe grass. Like, you know, steel and grass at the same time, but mostly steel.
I knew what I meant.
Yeah.
I knew what I meant. Yeah. Iceland.
I'm gonna have a bit of a hot take here. Didn't deserve to do as well as that. Deserved to do well, just not as well as that. And that's, like, don't get me wrong, don't misunderstand. It was a good song and it was performed well. But it's kind of not the amazing, oh my god, tickle my gonads with your peebless that everyone seems to think it is. Like, yeah, sure, Daddy's got an original and very interesting style, and his music is very good. I just don't think it was fourth in a field of 39 good. I mean, if you've seen my top 39 for this year, so, like, that kind of says everything.
Yeah, like, I mean, obviously I don't want to discredit the song 10 years, but if it was Think About Things, I would maybe, if the song that came fourth for Iceland was Think About Things rather than 10 years, then I would kind of understand it a bit more.
Yeah, like, that's where I'm at as well, but then again, my understanding would be based on how hyped up it was, and, like, I don't believe that like some Hollywood bigwigs were like willing to drop a load of money to bribe them into winning just so they could promote the fucking shit show of a film. But like,
Have you actually gotten around to watching that though?
I don't intend to.
Neither do I, but for entirely different reasons. The fact that I would just point out every single little inaccuracy, and the fact that it kinda looks like it sucks. Like, I mean, the soundtrack is kind of there. I mean, I liked the Ya Ya Ding Dong references, despite not having seen the movie.
Oh, I was not happy about Iceland's spokesperson for actual Eurovision this year.
Oh. Because it was him being his character from the movie rather than himself.
Yeah, obviously. Because, like, I
do like the fact that...
In terms of, like, reality, Ya Ya Ding Dong is not a real song. Like, it is in that it's a piece of music you can go and listen to, but, like, you have to be aware that there's that layer of abstraction between it existing as a piece of media and, you know, it's media for a medium rather than something that was sincerely submitted to the real world. And, you know, it only exists in that state of self-irony. And so you have to be aware of the authorial intent when consuming it. So to treat it as if it really is what it's pretending to be in the film, it's sort of like if you like if an actor plays a character who murders someone, it would be like taking that actor to court and trying them for actually killing someone. Like, they're not really a murderer, they're an actor who played a murderer. Well, Ya Ya Ding Dong isn't a song, it's a song that acted as a song within a role. And, like, I think some people, well, for a lot of people, because let's face it, humans are fucking idiots, that sense of abstraction, that layer of separation just goes right over their heads. And so they're told, hey, within this imaginary universe, people treat this song like the next best thing ever, so you should do the same, but we don't live in the same world. It doesn't play by the same rules. But people are stupid, so it does.
I get, like, that people would have wanted some sort of reference to the Fire Saga movie. Like, you could just have, like, the Icelandic person, like, falling from Husavik, like the guy did. Assuming Husavik is a real place.
I think so.
Please tell me it's a real place.
I think it is, but I can't confirm.
Let me Google.
Incidentally, got love how, like, a load of people responded with enthusiasm when I said I was going to stream, and Compo was literally the only person who turned up apart from you. Well, Alex was here earlier. Well, Alex G was here earlier, but that was kind of it. Okay, there you go.
Okay.
Husavik does exist.
Husavik does exist. So, like, you could have, like, the Icelandic person call from Husavik and sort of, like, make reference to the Fire Saga movie that way, but, like, having play Ya Ya Ding Dong.
Oh, 12 points go to this song that wasn't fucking competing. Okay, great. Thanks for wasting our fucking time. You do realize we have 38 other fuckers to get through. Stop stealing time from others and just do your fucking job and tell us your fucking points. I don't care that you're wanking over a song that doesn't really exist because you really want to push a shit show of a film that should never have been made in the first place. There are so many comparisons I could make about what that film is and what it does to the native culture of this continent that people on the internet would not want to hear because it would seem massively insensitive to certain other cultures. The reality is, that is what that film is, but you're not allowed to say it because, like, I can't even go any deeper than that without getting myself into hot water. You know, I can't fully articulate these thoughts without risking myself being cancelled, but the fact is, America abused their privilege to take the piss out of the native culture of this continent and then used their cultural force to turn it into such an accepted and stand phenomenon that no one dares call them out on the fact that they're going, haha, look at the funny foreigners. It's making us go, haha, we are the stupid fucking funny foreigners, aren't we? Sorry, I went down a rabbit hole there.
I was then going to say, if the film was actually made by Europeans for Europeans, by Eurovision fans, then it probably would not have received the same amount of hype. But because it's like, ooh, Buddy the Elf and Regina George try to represent Iceland at Eurovision. Yeah, no. Anywho, of Iceland. We have Switzerland, France, and Italy.
As I said earlier, I would have flipped the top 3 the other way around just because of like, oh, hype sure does exist, but I don't know. Like France is another one where I would rate it high but not second, and like Måneskin I would rate high but not first, and like I know that, you know, Tout l'Univers wasn't my number 1, and I stand by that, but that I can understand being like the sort of the crossfire between what the public love and what the jury love, so I'd be down with that winning, and like it came third, so I'm not salty about that. I'm just like, I want to reiterate, this isn't salt, this is like pleasant surprise, because Måneskin winning is definitely good for the statistics, so I'm happy with that.
Yeah. Like, I mean, sorry that this has sort of just been like me and Tess discuss Eurovision things when it really should be about Tess and his Pokemans.
Why are you apologizing? No one's fucking watching anyway.
People will watch the VOD!
Will they? Or will it just be me?
And me. Because I often watch the videos that we do together so I can remember the good times when we have laughs and stuff whenever I'm feeling sad.
Oh, that means a lot to me. Like, it sincerely really does. Thank you. Thank you for existence, Have. Ah!
Also, you know that Eurovision t-shirt that I bought in Sweden?
Yeah.
I turned it into a pillow.
Yeah. Yay?
Well, I mean, I bought 2, one for me and one for Philly G, but Philly G doesn't really wear his anymore, so my sister helped me turn it into a pillow.
Cool.
Hey. I mean, it's the only time I'll ever be able to... Actually, saying that, my family and I are going to Italy next May, so we may incidentally be in the host city of Eurovision while we're on holiday. Just by chance.
And wouldn't that be a time?
Yes. So now my family can be offensive in another country.
Well, your Brits abroad, that's a given.
Billy G's not just a Brit abroad, he's a northerner abroad. Well, I mean, I don't know if there's any difference to how northerners act and southerners act. It's just British people abroad. Yep, they're a time.
They are awful, and I say this as a Brit.
Who's been abroad many a time, I assume.
Oh yeah. See, unlike the average fuck, I am actually considerate when I go abroad. You know, my anxiety prevents me from going overseas unless I know, like, enough of the local language to get by, because otherwise it's like, wow, you certainly are just, like, using the country as a novelty. Like, I feel like, you know, what gives you the right to be there unless you're going to make the effort?
Like, I mean, now I feel bad. I mean, I'm learning Spanish, it's okay. I'm more likely to go to Spain again for reasons.
Yeah, I mean, you're prepared to try. The average Brit is like, foreign languages, no thanks. I'll just speak louder and slowly and patronizingly, and then they'll just give me what I want.
Yeah, like when we went to Austria, my sister actually surprised a German salesperson by speaking German to her. Like, the salesperson was just like, ooh, speak German?
Oh, das ist Deutsch sprechen.
Can't even remember what we went into that shop before. I just remember my sister saying thank you in German and German salesperson just being surprised.
You're British, we just assumed you were dead in the head.
As opposed to this one time when I went to France as part of a school trip, and I had to accompany one of my friends into a shop because she was worried that, I don't know, they'd only speak French, and I was there doing French GCSE as part of like a French trip.
I got a minute. I spent 50 years looking for Diglets here in the previous stream, and I swear this was not here. I swear to fuck if they are fucking timed somehow. Anyway, carry on.
Yeah, as like again, the previous stream was like 78 moons ago. But yeah, I accompanied my friend into this shop when I went to France as part of a school trip, and the sales assistant was just like, okay, that'll be €1.50 please, and she literally screamed in his face, "Oh my god, you speak English!"
Be sitting there like rolling eyes in French and being like, "Yep."
Then she would not stop talking about it for the whole bus ride back to the place where we were staying. She was just like, "Oh my goodness, I cannot believe that guy spoke English," and I'm just like, "Yep."
Tourism
They
sure
do
is an
that
industry.
sometimes. Like, we weren't even in like a touristy area of France. I think we just literally walked into a like a French equivalent of a WH Smith's.
W.H. Jean-Baptiste.
I literally, like, I don't even remember what she went in there for, why I was there. I literally just remember her screaming in this guy's face, and I'm just sort of like, yeah, I don't know her.
Until proven otherwise, she was there for porn, and you were there for moral support. I have vague memories as well of one of my lecturers from my first year of university just sitting back at his seat, closing his eyes and going, "Soft porn," and then just resuming the lecture. And I do not, like, I remember that, but I do not remember the context.
Why?
If I remembered, it would be at this point that I would expunge onto you the meaning.
That just seems so random. Soft porn.
Like, there was I think this was the same guy who, like, he knew that I could speak foreign languages, and so he said good morning to me in Japanese, and in that moment, my brain just stalled, and like, how the fuck do I reply? So I just went, "Oh!" Like Beedle from The Wind Waker. That was a good cultivation.
Fair enough.
So this has been a fun stream so far. I haven't done my daily Duolingo for Russian yet.
I haven't done my daily memorize for Spanish, which I prefer memorize over Duolingo for Spanish purely because they differentiate between Spain Spanish and Mexico Spanish.
And I found that that Duolingo, like, their coverage of Russian isn't very well written. Like, sometimes the English parts of it don't make a huge amount of sense. Like they're grammatically fine, they're just worded in a way that's really hard to understand. And also, it's just like, no, I forgot what I was going to say now. Like, it has its moments.
I'm gonna say, you're expecting me to remember what you were gonna say?
Yes, you know everything. You're a woman. Women know everything, and this is why we stand women.
Don't stand on women.
I'm not a woman. I'm more of a fungus. Fungus.
Yes, fingers. Ooh. I'm just looking at the languages that they offer on Memrise.
What do they
So
have?
yeah, they offer French, German, Arabic, Korean, Japanese, but then they also have a Japanese with no script. I'm not sure what that means.
Like they'd have it all written in like letters that you can read rather than the Japanese alphabet.
Spanish Mexico, Spanish Spain, Turkish, Chinese simplified, Italian, Dutch, Portuguese, Portugal, Portuguese for Brazil, Swedish, Russian, Norwegian, Polish, Danish, Slovenian, Yoruba? It's a language in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Icelandic, Mongolian.
I've heard of Europa.
And you? I wasn't too sure if I was pronouncing it correctly.
It's like Yoruba, something like that. I'm not like familiar with it, but I've heard of it anyway.
See, they have UK English as a language you can learn, but not American English, because they assume that you already know American English.
Funny we should talk about this as well. Like, literally just now, just this second, I've just had a pop-up in the corner of my windows on my computer saying, hey, you got a 50-day streak? Go and fucking learn. Like, but I'm streaming, though. Duo the Owl is like, you think I give a fucking shit? Go and learn Russian. I'm like, oh, меня есть яблоки.
Am I right in thinking that your mum was learning Italian on that as well? Because I saw that she had a 50-day streak as well, but I don't know what language she was learning.
Yeah, it's Italian. And I've been sitting in with her, so like I've sort of indirectly been learning Italian as well, except I already speak most of it. So I'm more just like I'm mostly just teaching her rather than anything else. Like, but there are moments where I'll go, oh, such and such a phrase. Oh, it's just like in Spanish, and she's like, I don't speak Spanish. Well, I do.
Nice too. I was also learning bits of Italian because, as I've mentioned, my family are going to Italy, so I'm just sort of like learning bits of Italian to sort of help me get by.
But you're already by.
I know.
And then nobody knew how to say.
Yeah, nobody believes me that I'm bi because, oh, but you're married to a dude.
Unfortunately, bi
Yep,
erasure is a massively real thing, and it's just it's icky. Well, like it's like bisexuality isn't something that switches off once you enter a relationship, but people don't seem to understand that.
I mean, they're pretty.
Funny how Lively Planet is basically just this interconnected web of people finding each other hot, and then I'm just there like, I don't like people, and then Joff is there like, I'm not people.
So, is Joff like a mysterious, godlike entity?
Basically. Joff is too good for this earth.
They really are.
Though that does remind me. Who's burning?
I said I'm learning because I'm always I always worry about like using the wrong pronouns to describe Joff, even like in settings that aren't this.
I'm fairly sure that they are they them.
And I think they have a profile picture which looks like oh, it's a Wurmple from Pokémon Snap.
Yeah.
New one.
I have it, and I've just not played it yet. Oh no, they killed Polly! Oh fuck,
no.
I can't believe you've done this.
Can't believe Mickey's fucking dead again. I remember those old streams. Anywho, I played a bit of Pokemon Snap while I was visiting my sister, and I took a really good photo of a Florges.
I was gonna say, oh, the new one. Yes, if it's a Florges, it's gonna be the new one. Because the original had some of Generation 1 and that was it. It was a really fucking good game though. I have no idea what to expect of the new one because I bought it and I've just not played it yet.
I'm not gonna say anything because I don't remember too much about it and I don't want to spoil it for you.
Thank you. I did have a dream about it. I don't know if the dream spoiled anything because I don't know if it was even remotely accurate. But yeah, I've literally not seen anything of it apart from like some people have posted some photos online out of context, but I don't know what the context was, so I completely unspoiled. See, I could have been playing it this whole time, but no, I sat down and played myself some Pokemon Shield, and now I'm playing Sword.
Which makes me wonder, like obviously I'm still working on my Africa-inspired region. Despite, because I found YouTube videos about people that have made their own Pokemon regions. Like there was one that was inspired by Greece, which I think is really cool.
With all the islands and stuff. That'd be cool.
Yeah, and I saw one that was based. Well, the whole aesthetic of the Africa one that I found was mainly to do with Egypt, but it sort of covered the whole continent. But what I'm trying to go for is sort of each area where each of the gyms sort of celebrates a different bit of the African culture, because it is a really diverse continent.
Yeah,
so I kind of want to do it.
It's a huge continent with a load of countries on it, so there's no way of encapsulating all of it in such a small. You're mindful, basically. You're not abusing your privilege as someone who uses the. You're a good person, basically.
Yeah, I mean, I understand how easy it can be for an Africa-inspired region to just solely be Egypt.
Yeah,
something like that.
If the average person were to make, if they were to be told, hey, make a video game that's loosely based on Africa, then you can pretty much guarantee that the majority of what you get back would either be just based on Egypt or just based on the sort of National Geographic mud huts in the middle of the Sahara. And that's kind of racist in its oversimplification, to be honest.
Yeah, so I'm sort of trying to celebrate each different part of Africa in its own special way kind of thing. And I'm even getting my sister to sort of help me with that because she's been to Zambia, so she can sort of help me with sort of that more area of things. So...
Behold, gym leader Lindsay Lohan.
I mean...
Oh my god, you can't just ask someone why they're white.
Fair enough.
That's literally the only reference I was going for.
Yeah, I was then thinking, what type would that be? But I did mention... Literally remember mentioning to you, I wanted a fire-type gym that was sort of, based around food.
Because that is a really clever idea, in all fairness.
Yeah, I mean, I know, it was sort of a missed opportunity for, the Galar region to sort of, have a fire-type gym based around cooking and have, the gym leader sort of be,
Gordon Ramsay.
Inspired by Gordon Ramsay, yes. So that's sort of what I'm trying to... I don't want to say that I want to throw it in because, I mean, I know... he might have a link to Africa, I don't know. But, sort of, fire-type gym inspired by food, gym leader sort of having that sort of fiery, passionate energy that Gordon Ramsay has, rather than just sort of creating a
haha funny
clone
man say
of
fuck.
him.
Yeah.
Sort of yeah.
I get you.
I mean, Egypt doesn't even have that much of an impact in my region, other than the fact that it hosts the first dual-type gym.
Yeah.
Because I remember mentioning that I wanted the gym that's set in a pyramid to be dark and ghost, because I think you mentioned dual type gyms in like a previous stream, and I thought that was such a cool concept. So
Yeah, I wouldn't know what to do with it, so I'm more than happy to leave it in your extremely capable hands.
yeah. But yeah, like the places that could work as Pokemon regions. I saw one that had like Italy inspired region, and I'm just sort of like, sounds cool. I think there was one based on North America. Just the whole continent of North America. That's why.
I think that is another one that would be very difficult to do, bearing in mind the Unova region is based on New York State alone, and that's an entire region. And New York is fucking tiny compared to some of the other states.
Unova is based on New York?
Yeah? At least that,
I
I think it
not
is.
know that.
I'm fairly sure it is, anyway. Yeah, because,
Hang on.
because Kanto and Johto are based on Japan. Hoenn is also based on Japan, but a different part of it. I think, like, the south. Sinnoh is based on Hokkaido, and then Unova is based on New York. Kalos, nobody knows. Alola is based on Hawaii, and Galar is based on Britain.
Lost is based on France.
Nah. Coincidence. Not real. Fake news.
Uncultured swine.
Ah, woo. Anyway, I'm gonna beat the shit out of an old man who keeps peeing on things. Carry on.
Yeah, it's the metropolitan area of New York City that's the inspiration for Unova.
The Metropolitan Mutant of Ark.
Alaberry Cuff? Polydine!
180!
Oh my goodness, how amazing would it be if Gino D'Acampo hosted Eurovision?
Ooh. As the Duolingo stories say in Italian. Okay, that's the thing. Stories on Duolingo. Either there aren't any for Russian, or they don't come up on PC, and I'm not sure which.
I can't tell you, because I did French and Spanish on Duolingo, and they came up on both of those.
Yeah, I only do the Russian on PC, so it could be a platform thing, or it could be that Russian doesn't have them. It's not clear.
Okay, let me look it up. Because I can.
Also, I was not expecting Mustard to be more or less at the same level as me, so this is gonna go well. Oh, dang, Caesar survived. Wait, he isn't dead! Caesar surprise!
Don't think there are any for Russian.
Oh. Well, that's sad. Why is everyone U-turning? Even me, especially me, but also this guy.
Have them for Spanish, French, German, Italian, and Portuguese, which has the Brazilian flag for some reason.
I hate that. I hate when like language things, like they use like a flag to represent the language, and then when it comes to a language that's spoken predominantly in multiple countries, it just uses one flag and it's not even the right one. Like, okay, so America speaks a lot of English, and like there's more of them than there are of us, but they're not the originator of the language, and it sort of feels it like, as it is, America is sort of big on Britain erasure. Don't add to that. And so I feel like I would be upset if Portugal didn't feel the same way.
I mean, I'm just I'm happy that they got the flag right for like Spanish, like they used the Spanish flag. But then, why are they teaching you like Latin American Spanish? If you're you.
Yeah, just the lack of consistency.
But yes, as I was saying, Pokemon regions inspired by different places is cool. I think I saw one that was inspired by Australia as well, which I think would be interesting.
Incidentally, I am peeved, by the way, because there is no mathematical reason why that Luxray should have survived, and yet it did. I am displeased. Carry on.
I was talking about a Pokemon region inspired by Australia, which was cool.
You know what else is cool? Urius, because he's an ice type.
I mean, they did obviously use like the stereotypical Australian animals for like the starters, but you can't expect every miracle to happen in one episode.
Ah. He said, turning into peanut butter baby. Does that feel good?
Because fire koala, yeah.
Foala.
Like, I don't get where the whole fire types inspired by the Chinese zodiac thing came from. Probably just a coincidence, to be honest.
I don't know, because, like, it started at the beginning and it keeps going. Like, it's always been true and it's continued to be true ever since.
Yeah, I mean, I would say that saying that Cyndaquil is a rat and Fennekin is a dog is a bit of a stretch, but I mean, in my region, I'm trying to sort of uphold that, but then I thought obvious choice would be Fire Zebra for the horse.
Excuse you, it's pronounced zebra. And Cobber has a
That's how
point
I
about
sound
Yiddish
in my
as well.
head.
And Cobber's like, yeah,
Cobber
big
has a point.
Yiddish.
Yep.
Well, this was a merry fucking dance.
Yeah,
Keeping.
well, it just seems like the obvious. Yeah. There hasn't been a tiger, or has there? Has there been a tiger?
Incineroar.
Pokemon Chinese Zodiac thingy?
And you could also argue that it's.
Okay.
You could also argue that it's the cat, but then the cat only appears in the Vietnamese Zodiac, I think it is. And oh, fucking course. I forget which one it replaces. Good, get fucking frozen.
No.
What the fuck is this?
I swear,
Don't
mustard.
know.
Can I get a word in, please? Mustard has been so full of bullshit in this fight.
Sorry, I didn't mean to keep talking.
Now, if only my father
My
would learn
brain-
that. At least Urius has the audacity to tough it out, so I won't feel sad, because no one else who's died so far has.
Fire sheep!
Bah.
I don't know. I'm struggling to think, because I think you came up with a really good suggestion for, like, an ox kind of thing?
I
You
don't remember, but it sounds like something I might come up with.
I think you said something like a warthog or something for, like, an ox. I was really struggling, because I was sort of torn between snake and horse, and you were just like, how about a warthog for the ox? Because Cyndaquil's kind of a stretch.
It's been 80 years, I don't remember, but if you think I had a good idea, then shivel the Climblehounds.
But then the thing is, if I was to do like a fire zebra for horse, how would I not make it like a stereotypical Rapidash?
Give it a secondary type.
Oh,
But then I would say, like, look at fire starter Pokemon that have been around the block before, and based on that. Now, I'm hoping, by the way, that this Kommo-o isn't going to go first, but I somehow don't trust it to not outspeed me. But right, so like, for example, I'd say like maybe Fire Fairy to represent like the black and white duality of Zebra. Like the black is the fire, the white is the fairy, something like that. I don't know.
yeah. That actually sounds like a really cool idea.
Because
Then it going to say, and then in like its final evolution thingy could be like a sort of like fire fairy zebra pegasus thing.
that sounds cool.
It's me like oversimplifying it, but it does actually sound really cool.
Like I can sort of like by all means feel free to overrule, but like I can imagine like sort of a zebra thing, except it like its stripes unfold into wings and then they fold back down again when they're not in use. And
That's cool.
and my thinking as well is like maybe like I don't know if you're thinking like is it going to be black and white or is it going to be like fire colors but then like black and red stripes or white and red stripes or something like that. I don't know.
I hadn't really thought too much about color scheme. Like I was thinking sort of like fire colors initially.
Because my
I hadn't put too much thought into it.
because my other thought was like sort of sexual dimorphism. So like on a female one compared to a male one, like if it was just zebra colors, then like for example the female one, the white stripes unfold into wings with like a dark colored membrane between them, while the male it's the black stripes with a light colored membrane between them or something. But that like obviously substitute in your own ideas. This is just me like spitballing thoughts.
That sounds really cool. Actually does sound really cool. I might consider that.
Because two things that I do really like with Pokemon. One is when they do the whole sexual dimorphism thing and they do it well, because there are some Pokemon that there are subtle differences between their male and female forms, and it is just like it's really subtle stuff that makes it like Meganium, for instance, has like shorter antennae than a male thing. I believe a female Venusaur's like plant stamen thing is a different shape or something compared to a male. Female Pikachus have rounded tails, whereas male ones have pointy ones, etc., etc. I like when they do that and they nail it, because like when fans make like fan designs, they really overdo it. They like really fucking Disneyfy, like, oh, the female one looks like it's wearing a dress and eyeliner. Like that's not how it works in nature. And the other thing I like, I've forgotten. So do that.
Fair enough.
Also, halfway through this battle, I was so ready to fucking rage quit because he kept getting stupidly lucky, but then I won in the end.
Hooray!
Yay.
Hooray!
I think this does bring to the end the arc of the Isle of Armor, which means that in my next stream, I'll finally move on to the Crown Tundra. Which I think is shorter anyway, so...
I misheard that as the crap tundra.
It might be, for all I know.
I don't know either. I've not even finished the Isle of Armor yet.
I did just now.
That's nice. I mean, I still have a DS next to me with Pokemon X in it, and I still need to finish that and build up my team because At the moment, I just have a fennekin named Blas, and I'm sure he's really lonely. I mean, I've kept you company decently, I'd like to think.
Yes. Sorry, I'm splitting my attention
You sounded-
between you and the game and the story and the legs and the beef and the happens and the Now, clearly, my thinking is that, like, I'll see. Oh, yeah, sure. We just get a big old "the end" on screen for some reason. Maybe it's because it's the end of the Isle of Armor. Yes, my intention is this. I'll. What the fuck? It offered an extra thing. Well, no to the house, thank you, if you please. Right, so here's my thinking. M' thinking. First of all, I'm going to get... Okay, good. The stream just disappeared for me for a second there. I'm going to get Ketavan back into the party and at least train until he evolves. And then, like, really stupidly, my thought is I'll stream myself doing a single lesson of Russian Duolingo. Just for the memes.
Fun!
Yeemha. Though, before I get to that, I do want to give one last check to see if any mushrooms have spawned, because
I'm gonna give myself a drink.
that is a good idea. Hydrate before you dihydrate. Because my thinking is, I've done it, like, I did several max raid battles and somehow only one mushroom spawned, and... What am I? Oh, it's a rock ruff. I do worry that me cycling around the forest looking for max mushrooms is, like, really boring viewing. And especially if it's not clear that that's what I'm doing. But yes, I'm looking to see if any max mushrooms have spawned, because I need 3. I have 2. And honestly, like, I want to be able to have Bearimy and Greta both be able to Gigantamax, which would require a sum total of 6 max mushrooms. But then the game also clearly wants me to Gigantamax Malcolm as well. You might recall he was the star of the stream earlier, the formerly Cubfu, now Urshifu. But that would take the required total up to 9, and I need mushies. Hi, you're a rock. I thought maybe you were a Diglett, but you're not. Tragic. I definitely got much too steamed in this stream. So, hopefully it was entertaining viewing. Oh, it's a Kangaskhan. Well, I've not seen one of those before, so I'll grab it. Papa, I have no idea what you just said. Now, will this make it perish? Not Jeremy punching a mother in the face. And because we're in a cave and it's nighttime, hopefully that will make the dusk ball be a dusk ball. Yes. Oh! You can't punch me, I'm a lizard. Incidentally, for clear skin, stand Bearimy as a bisexual icon, because I ship him with Greta, but I also maintain that that doesn't make him exclusively heterosexual. As it is, y'all should meet Damiano from my Shield playthrough, except actually that has been posted to YouTube, so people already have. He's like he and Bearimy are the difference between Pan and Fi, I think. Because Damiano just loves everyone. He's a good boy. Ketavan, you gonna evolve yet? I'm guessing probably not. I feel like maybe the forbidden number. Oh no, 34, okay, well.
Hello.
Ketavan is evolving.
Hooray!
I have a Primarina.
Yay!
He's beautiful.
Sorry.
It sounded like you just called me a furry and left it at that.
I said very, not
Ah.
furry. I mean, the world already probably knew that.
Ah, woo.
Oh,
That being said, I have seen, and I'm fairly sure I shared it with you as well, the artwork of, like, someone had imagined Primarina, but as, like, a himbo surfer dude.
Oh, yeah, I remember you sharing that.
And, like, it's good
Think?
art, but I won't share it forwards because it has a very, very prominent penis bulge. Like, go to Horny J? Clara, what the hell are you doing here? That's it,
She's
Slowpoke.
going...
Use the epic poison move. So... Oh, come on, can't you-
She's going to the Horny Joe.
Good. Can you at least try to be more energetic? Next time I battle him, I'll be the one that comes out on top. Hi, Clara. Tess, how long have you been eavesdropping? Long enough to beat your ass. How have you been? I've been fine, thank you. And I'm glad to see you look like you're doing fine too. Now stop bothering me. Just forget ever seeing me here, Potassium. Oh, okay. Just casually get her look on. You can keep that if you promise to keep your mouth shut. And, well, good luck to you too, I guess. I still haven't come up with a voice for Avery yet, so that'll be fun.
It'll be fun. Oh my days, I completely forgot I sent you that.
What did you... What?
Like, I was scrolling through through Discord because I forgot that you...
Exist?
I forgot that you that you sent it to me on Telegram rather than Discord, so I'd just been scrolling through Discord trying to find it in my images, and I just came across Blast Kanto.
The region.
Blast Kanto, king of the Pokémon. Hello. I'll see myself out.
Don't out! There's Peebliss. You know. Tess, you can't just say you know. That won't resolve everything all the ever Avery Haub.
Beans! Have all the Among Us beans.
I do. Well, I did, but then they released 6 new colors. Well, I say that. I don't know if the new Among Us colors are going to be made into plushies / have been yet. Clara, why are you still here? You just left. But yeah, if they make plushies of the new beans, I fully intend to get them.
Do you still have all of them, or did Janro kidnap the yellow one, or...
He wanted to, but he's a good person, so he did.
Like that I am not a good person, and that I will take lime. And that I will take lime without you knowing.
Don't eat soap. And don't steal my shit.
Just don't eat soap. Don't play with fire. If you go to the bottle of Don't you drink out of the bottles that you find under the kitchen cabinets. Don't do that. I don't know what I'm doing anymore.
Take a dump upon the toilet. Don't forget to flush.
Forget to flush. Use some soap. You finish up. And the toilet rush. Ba-dum-bum-bum. Ooh, it won't be long until I visit you.
Oh, dang.
It's like 3 weeks away. Yay!
I don't actually remember the detail. but obviously don't disclose them on stream, otherwise we might all die in a sea of holy smoke. But yeah, I'll need to...
Just visit.
I need to know so I can plan work around it.
I'll let you know that information on Telegram, possibly later tonight or tomorrow, depending on when I go to bed.
Duolingo just sent me a really sassy notification. Ready for a break? Your Russian lessons won't take themselves. And then an emoji that hasn't loaded properly that I think is the woman shrugging emoji. Duolingo really out here trying to start beef on the live stream.
I didn't even know you could get Duolingo on the PC. I literally only just use my phone.
My phone is terrible, so I only use PC. And I'm gonna do one last sweep looking for mushrooms, and then I guess I'll have to find a child. If it turns out that the Diglets are like time of day dependent, I will be so peeved, because the Zygarde cells in Sun and Moon are like that, and that's just so dumb.
I don't think they are though, because I think you found like you stream at the same time pretty much every Friday.
Yeah.
So
And I found
you've
most
managed
of
to
them.
find Diglets before.
Yeah. But like, if there's like some specific ones that only appear at so and so time of day, like, don't do that. Don't game design like that. It could also be that the max mushrooms are like you're limited to a certain dosage per day, although I find that hard to believe.
I literally misunderstood the title of this like Eurovisionary article, because like they've been looking at other music from 2021 acts, and like the one that they've done for the UK is James Newman's Therapy in Focus. And I'm just sort of like, he's a therapist?
He had to go to therapy
No, he
because
has
of
a
the
song called-
Eurovision result?
No, he just released a song like way before Eurovision called Therapy.
Like,
They've
so-
done that for like a...
so before Embers, but after My Last Breath, or before My Last Breath as well?
Leave before My Last Breath as well.
Oh.
I just double check that. I mean, the one that they like, the song that they decided to do an in focus of for Blast was, it was called In Your Bed.
Oh.
So not gonna say anything more than that. He can sing in English really as well as he can sing in Spanish, so that's good. That's nice. Hey. Yeah, Therapy was released like before My Last Breath.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Because we're tighter than bark on a tree. I'm starting to wonder if max mushrooms can spawn in other caves as well, because I was led to believe it could only be that one cave and the forest.
James Newman wrote Dying to Try? What?
Was that him? Because I remember there being something to that effect with one of Ireland's entries.
Yes. 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 I did, like, I did not know this until I started looking for, like, under the songwriting credits for James Newman. Apparently, he also wrote "Love Me Like You" by Little Mix.
Huh.
Oh.
Fascinating.
The things I look up.
The things I do for love.
What would you do for love? What would you do for a Klondike bar? Nothing, because I don't know what a Klondike bar is, or if they taste good.
Murdering. I'll go out murdering. Then I'll come home. Put the kettle on. Maybe have some beans on toast.
Why are you talking northern?
Why aren't you?
Because I'm not northern?
Oh, okay.
Husband is, but I ain't. Husband is, but I ain't.
Anyway. I don't think I have any subsequent duties here, apart from finding the last of the Diglets, which I'm fairly sure people don't want to see on stream. So... I guess... Okay, there's one thing that I will do that, like... It's something that I did in Shield, and I was like, oh shit, I never actually did this in Sword. So... I'm finally going to meander aside from Route 2 and be like, hey, look at the shit you can get to if you actually think to go to a place. In fact, there's a couple of things. But yes.
Many things.
Paul Hollywood.
Know what I completely disagree with? The fact that we were 4th for the Barbara Dex Award.
What the fuck? Again, how do you justify that?
Like, Norway won, obvs. Romania 2nd, Croatia 3rd, UK 4th, and Israel 5th.
I cannot agree with that at all. Like, I could understand Norway and Israel being there. And that's not me saying, oh my god, the outfits were, like, so terrible. Like, that's not me saying that at all. But, like, I can understand because of Israel's hairpiece and because of Norway's wings. But beyond that, like, Croatia I can kind of get because put your goddamn butt cheeks away. But then, beyond that, like, maybe San Marino because of, again, because of the headpiece. And also required fight with Nobstagoon here because no matter how you go past, he'll just be like, nope. Oh, I thought it was required, turns out it wasn't. It felt required last time I was here. Who was the other one? There was someone else for whom it was, like, an obvious candidate. And it's just completely left my head.
Were they a qualifier or a not qualifier?
I don't remember.
Well,
Yeah, and apparently they have changed the Barbara Dex, so now it's just most distinctive outfit, which is fair enough because technically the rights to it has changed hands. It's no longer the website that it used to belong to. So I appreciate the rebranding there, but generally, yeah, if you're doing anything to celebrate negativity, then fuck you.
would it have been Russia? For the dress?
It wasn't what I had in mind,
I don't know.
but that's another one that would have made more sense.
Yeah, but I still don't, like, I mean... Oh, it's the most notable outfit. Oh, it was changed recently in 2019. Who got that in 2019? Portugal. Oh,
Makes sense.
okay. But yeah, Romania, I don't really remember too much about their outfit, but literally, they
Hey.
were just in a
Yeah, Romania
Black.
had no business being well-bedecked.
Neither did we. We were literally just in a black jacket and trousers and
You know, a
Stuff.
black jacket. A blacket.
that too.
Anyway, there's a puzzle in Turffield that I just completely did not notice when I was here the first time. And once you talk to that little girl, then you can interact with these standing stones, and they all have types written on them. And it's really badly worded, but basically what it is start with the one that says grass, and then find one that has a type that's disadvantageous against grass, and then find something that's disadvantageous against that. So, like, there's poison, there's electric, there's flying, there's dark, but they're all wrong. Just go to the grass one, find the water one, find the fire one, you get an expert belt. Anyway.
Yay.
Anyway, I think that's more or less all there is to be done, so I shall save twice, because don't trust ever.
I always save 3 times because don't trust ever.
Valid. You could just barely see the, well, what do we call it now that it's in Italy? The Måneskin lamp? We don't have a word for it yet, it seems.
Don't know.
Anyway, I'm just rearranging my table, and I'm gonna leave it on quote-unquote...
Have a table?
I'm gonna leave it on quote-unquote face cam, just while I go and do... Ruski business! So you'll literally just be able to hear the occasional sentence in Russian. And, yeah, sure. Food, why not?
Я хочу тарелку риса.
I want a plate of rice. Я хочу тарелку риса.
Нам надо приготовить обед.
I
No.
want to play the rice.
Нам надо, we need to... Приготовить обед. That's... like, I feel like that's like pre-cook, but we need to prepare lunch.
Приготовить.
Yeah. We need to prepare lunch. Here is butter for the rice. Okay.
Вот масло для риса.
I think it's для. Yay.
Щи это суп.
Is this audible, by the way, on the stream? There's no reason why it shouldn't be, but still.
Щи это суп.
The noise it makes, like just the way soup sounds in Russian is just
Yes,
delightful.
it is.
Good.
Щи это суп.
Oh yeah, she is a soup.
Вот масло для риса.
Here is the butter for the rice. And again, нам надо
Приготовить
обед.
обед.
We need to prepare lunch.
Я хочу приготовить суп на обед.
I want to make soup for lunch. Я хочу приготовить суп на обед.
У нас есть тарелка для риса.
У нас есть тарелка
для риса. У нас есть тарелка для риса.
I'm gonna head to bed now.
I'll be done in a minute. Yes, we have a plate for the rice. Or do we have a plate for the rice?
Нам надо приготовить щи на обед.
Oh, now we need to prepare she for lunch. But yeah, you can go if you want to.
Okay. Bye!
Bye-bye. I'm about halfway through the lesson, so we're nearly there.
Щи это суп.
I love the way that soup sounds in Russian.
У меня нет риса для суши.
I do not have rice for sushi. I don't have sushi rice.
У нас есть
тарелка
тарелка для риса.
Do we have a plate for rice?
Мне надо приготовить щи. Мне
I need
надо
to
приготовить
prepare-
щи. Мне надо приготовить щи.
Yes. To me, it is needed. Prepare the she. And then I kick the microphone several times because I can't feel my right leg.
Нам надо приготовить щи на обед.
Yes, because the remaining leftover words are Risa and Glia. Wait. Yeah, okay, yeah, it is Naabid. Had a moment of doubt there.
Мне надо приготовить щи.
I need to cook she, damn it! Я хочу приготовить суп на обед.
Я хочу приготовить суп на обед.
I keep worrying, like, what if it is Glia just this one time? And now it's making me type. And the awkward thing with Russian is I have to open Google Translate not to cheat, but just so that I could actually type in Russian. So, нам надо приготовить обед. I think that's right. Нам надо приготовить обед. Please? Yay, I did it. I saved Russian Christmas. I did it. And with that, my 51-day streak persisteth. Anyway, this was a live stream where the wheels just didn't so much come off as just projectile launch themselves to the four winds at the end. So, bye-bye, boo-boo. I shall end the stream. Thank you, Compa, for being here from beginning to end. Clearly, you're the only person on the planet apart from Laura who actually loves me. So on that note, I have been and will continue to be Tessellating Hexagons. Look out in the near future for the presence of the next episode of S.H.I.E.L.D. And, Rocket Daisy. Bye. I don't know how to commentate anymore. I'll be honest, Compa. It isn't easy. Anyway, bye-bye. Thank you for watching and have a really great life and never... I'm annoyed.